Welcome, everyone, to the Four Post Massacre Podcast. I am, of course, your host. You can simply call me Zaya. With me is always my colorful color common broadcast partner. What's your fucking name is what I'm trying to get at here.
This week, we got a first for you. It's my first tag team nickname.
What?
Yeah. You look at that, Spliff Garrison and Brian Weedman Jr., the Varsity Bongs.
All right, I'm sick of you already. With us, though, we have a returning guest, the main owner of the AWF and also one of the main men around the whole Call All-Stars league as well. He is none other than Mr. Sean Walsh coming back on the booth.
Hey, glad to be back. I have no weed jokes, but I am here to defend Charisma Angel Brian Cage. So.
Oh God! Oh, trust me, we will get to that when we get onto our new segment. That's going to be tons of fun. Also, tons of fun. We're going to be talking about AEW Dynamite and Rampage. We're also going to be going over Ring of Honor, Death by Dishonor, because I know a lot of people didn't watch it, but I watched it, so we're going over it. And in our last segment, we got another mystery box. 2 mystery boxes in a row. And I have not told either of these men what the hell is going on, so it's going to be fun. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into our AEW Dynamite review.
The flashing lights and a boom and a bang and a bang and a crash and a boom and the other things that sound explosive. Roads to the top at September 29th, Wednesday nights. We don't know if it's before or after Dynamite yet. Watch it. It's Dynamite. Cody Rhodes is coming back at the show I'm going to.
We are live from Cincinnati, Ohio, which is mainly...
Fuck Ohio!
Yeah. This show is mainly being built up as Jon Moxley's homecoming, with the main event being Jon Moxley taking on Minoru Suzuki on national television.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh, there was an incident.
Yes.
The infamous incident.
No. Well, before we get on to that, let's start things off. We're going straight into our first match of the night, which was Malachi Black taking on... they call him the Natural, Dustin Rhodes. Anybody have any
I liked it. I honestly, I didn't think the match was bad.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun.
I enjoyed it. There's a few parts where it looked a bit like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, but they made up for it. I just enjoyed that Malachi just beat the shit out of Dustin. That's pretty much it.
The only thing, it just sucks, but is they fucked up on the finish, and the kick didn't look great, and Dustin did the blood gimmick, so it was a little rough, but Dustin's old, so I'll give it a pass. Dustin's great, Malachi's great.
Is it really a Rhodes match if someone's not bleeding, especially one of the Rhodes?
True.
So, this coming off of the story that's been going on, it's basically Malachi taking out the entire Nightmare family one by one. He did it with Cody, he did it with Brock, did it with Arn, did it with Lee Johnson, and now he does the same to Dustin. Although this time around, he got a bit more of a fight than all the others.
I gotta ask, why didn't Dustin pull the Arn and block the kick?
That's a good question.
I guess Arn Anderson is just better than everyone in the Nightmare.
Well, in all honesty, yeah. Why is Arn such a cooler guy that he actually would take a black mass to the head, unlike Dustin, who's like, no, you will hit me straight in the shoulder, not in my face. Arn Anderson? Are you
questioning the integrity of the Natural Dustin Rhodes?
He hasn't been good since he was Black Rain.
He had that fucking great ass match. He had that fucking great ass match with the fucking the Butcher and the Blade when he was with QT.
He did.
That was all QT.
I hate you. You're such an asshole.
I mean, we're not even going to bring up the match with his brother because, I mean, God of professional wrestling, Cody Rhodes, can do no wrong.
So this
match... Go.
I was going to say, this match is pretty much Malachi takes control of it for a little bit. Fucking Dustin eventually gets to come back, does all of his signature shit, which is pretty much his shit mixed with some of his dad's shit. Malachi, at one point, brings in Cody's boo, to signify... I thought he was going to put the fucking boot on. I thought that was going to leave. Then he was going to hit him with the fucking black mask, but that didn't turn out to be the case. Finish, they're in the corner. Dustin looked like he's about to hit him with something. Malachi moves out of the way, hits him with the black mask to the shoulder for the victory.
This motherfucker did a Canadian destroyer to Malachi Black.
Yeah. He always does destroyers.
Yeah, but like, but to Malachi...
Literally every match Dustin is in, he pulls out the destroyer.
Petey Williams is rolling in his grave.
I liked, even on commentary, they're like, I think it was JR or someone was like, oh, you know, Dustin and his Canadian destroyers, and like, it's just normalized now. Like, everyone just accepts that's just a Dustin move, and that's crazy to me. But like you said, he does it all the time, so I guess so.
Yeah. Fun match. They from the botched ending aside, the crowd was into it. That's pretty much all you could ask for. After this, though, we get a Lucha Bros package, pretty much showing off their title win from All Out, and pretty much saying that they won this with blood, and they're going to be the lead faces of the tag team division, all that good stuff.
Still thinking about that match.
Yeah. Fucking amazing. I've watched it like 5 times already.
Is it the best cage match in history? Possibly.
I think so.
At least that I've seen.
After that, we get CM Punk promo. Where he comes out, and he's just very thankful because he didn't die in his first match back. He talks about Aunt Linda in the crowd and how she's just a literal angel. There was a little Linda chant going throughout the crowd. That was nice. And the main point of this was that Punk pretty much came out, asked, like, who do you guys want me to fight next? Like, who do you guys...
Colton Gunn.
No.
Fuck. And then, for some reason,
Taz... No, I mean, this is the best part.
That is... Like, I love
Punk's
this.
Like, oh, you want me to fight Jungle Boy? Or how about Brian Pillman? Or Pentagon? And Taz gets up and he's like, hey, Punk, shut the fuck up and leave goddamn Starks out of your damn mouth. And Punk's like, okay, first off, don't fucking do that again. Second off, the fuck are you talking about, old man?
I didn't say Starks. I
didn't say anything. I didn't say shit. And Taz is like, oh, but I saw you on the interviews and the social media, and you talking about Hook. I saw you on Twitter talking about Hook and Hobbs, and I'm like...
I'm so confused about what the fuck
My confusion didn't start off with, what is he talking about? My confusion started off with, wait, what happened to Brian Cage? Is that just over now? I mean, we'll talk about it in the news segment, but at the moment before that shit came out,
his wife.
Also, well, there's some other things that came out about Brian Cage that may or may not be good for him in the future, but we'll talk about that later. But Punk's just like, you sit the fuck down, don't you interrupt me.
Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
See, this is why I love Taz. Like, it's utter nonsense. Like, he does make a point, but like Punk has talked about wanting to do stuff with Team Taz members, but Taz didn't, because Taz just loses his mind and gets mad, so he doesn't communicate it very well.
No,
well, it doesn't make. If I'm in the live, see on TV, you hear him being like, "Oh, well, you know what the hell," and then he gets. But if you're in the live crowd, all of a sudden Taz just stands up and he's like, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" And everybody's like, "Wait, what?
What the fuck?"
Why is Taz talking all of a sudden?
I cannot wait for more Taz and CM Punk promos. It's gonna rule.
This is coming off after the shot that made rounds of him shaking Taz's hand when he made his return. And now Taz is just like, fuck that shit.
Fucking hate CM Punk.
Fucking hate CM Punk. How dare he want to fight Hook? Hook will kill him.
Oh, man.
Listen.
Dude, send Hook.
If this whole 2 years of Tony Khan and Punk has all been leading to Punk losing to Hook, I mean then it's fucking perfect. And Tony Khan, Booker of the Year, man.
I'm telling you, I'm only like half joking when I say this. Hook may go down as the greatest wrestler of all time, and he hasn't even wrestled.
That man he's got a great scowl, and he got a great anger, and he got the pants.
And the hair.
Come on, man.
And
he has his kid.
There's gotta be.
His name is Hook.
He's so over, too. Like,
there has to be something about this dude, literally in the ring, that they're saving him up for. There has to be at this point.
I really think. I just think he's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be a weird comparison, but Orange Cassidy. Not that like he's like a gimmick, but I just think he's gonna be able to do so little, and it'll just work.
He's gonna do an arm drag in his first match, and the crowd's gonna fucking lose their mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this whole promo, and then they start going back and forth, and they're yelling and shit, and then Punk's like, "Give me Hook, give me Hobbs, give me Starks, survive if I let you." Which was I liked that little ending part.
I gotta ask you guys this though. I mean, obviously, because Punk did mention he wants to work with Ricky Starks, he wants to work with Will Hobbs. So it looks like we're going to get the Hobbs match first, and this would be pretty much unless they work a tag match number 2 for Punk. So that's a Punk win. Endgame's got to be Punk and Ricky. You think Ricky's going to be that first guy to beat Punk?
I mean, Ricky's a future star of this company. And
I wouldn't put it past him if they wanted to, because I'd understand, like, as Adam said, he's definitely, like, I think a guy they want to build up to in the future. Do I think he'll be the first guy to beat Punk? Probably not. I think it'll be probably somebody else.
Colton Gunn, I get it.
God damn it!
So, yeah, that's the end of that weird segment. Which, by the way, was the second lowest rated segment of the week of that show. So, I'm not saying like, Punk's in trouble because he still did like 1 million views. It's just, all the people, trashing them lately and stuff. It's like every other segment was all homegrown AEW talent. So even if Punk wasn't on the show, they still would have popped that rating because of the talent they've made. So all the all the WWE guys, it's like clearly they're there for the fun of it, but everybody's here for the future. And Punk is not going to be a guy who's there for anything else but for himself and to make sure that the future are there. So when he's gone, because arguably, Punk ain't going to be there forever. Punk maybe got like 4 good years in him, I'd say.
4?
Who knows? Maybe he does everything he says, and then he's like, yeah, all right, I'm done here.
Sure. I probably would.
I mean, I don't think he'd leave the company, but I feel like maybe in-ring wise.
Probably.
Punk is a guy that I feel like with Jericho could easily be like, all right, now Punk's a commentator. I mean, we've seen him. He's great at it.
That's true.
Plus, the thing with Punk, I mean, who knows? But he does do a lot of outside projects. So he does commentary for MMA events. He's acting, and who's to say one day one of these acting roles don't pick up?
Yeah, so he gets the Batista spot,
Yeah. So they got to maximize their time while they have him, just in case.
So you want to do a bunch of crazy, like, dream random matches with, like, Hobbs and shit like that? Sure, why not? Punk's going to make them look good in the long run. I mean, Darby lost nothing in his match. He'll make Hobbs look great. That'll be an interesting. Him and Ricky, just on the mic alone, is going to be money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this will lead us into our next match, which is going to be Hobbs and Dante Martin. But before that, we have a backstage interview.
All right. Good segue. Ruby Soho is basically backstage. We're trying to get an interview about her feelings about her winning the Battle Royal. Before she can really say anything, she's already interrupted by Baker and friends. Pretty much said, why are we spending so much time on this husband when you could be focusing about me? Ruby's like, look, little lady, I pretty much trained you, alright? So you're not catching me with any of this BS that you're doing right now. And pretty much tells her that you should go back and spend, the next 4 years in catering where you've been all this time. I thought that was pretty vicious.
Yeah, she said, you call yourself the runaway. Why don't you go run away back to catering? This causes a friction and a small little breakout because later on tonight, Ruby will be fighting Jamie Hayter.
Hator.
But now we move on. Powerhouse Hobbs, Dante Martin. This is your classic big man, little man match, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty alright until Hobbs got fucked up.
Yeah, until Hobbs got fucked
up.
Outside of that, the dynamic, it ruled.
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking Dante just bumping for Hobbs like an absolute maniac. And
Hobbs is still young,
Dude,
he's not.
Him fucking catching that suicide dive, literally out of midair, and then tossing him into the ring post was fucking probably one of the best spots I've seen all year.
Dante Martin just continues to just impress and shine. And he's 20 years old.
That motherfucker has moon shoes. It doesn't make sense the fucking height he gets. He literally at points almost jumps over Hobbs' head with the
it's like, oh my god, he's gonna just deck himself.
Something I was thinking about during this match, because during the match, our Lord and Savior Hook gets involved, and I was like, all right, well, you got Cage and Starks right now feuding, Hobbs and Punk. If they are going to get Hook in there at some point, who would be a better first opponent for him than Dante Martin, who's been kicking ass? He would make him look like $1 million.
Dante and him also, I would believe
they're boys.
Backstage. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they were on Ethan Page's toy show thing, and they were talking about. Now Hook was doing Hook things, but he mentioned at one point he's going to go play something with Dante later, some kind of game, and they were hanging out. So yeah, I mean they're basically the same age.
That's what I was going to say. Them being the same age, I feel like that's a good it's a good learning match for both of them, because it's okay, we're both the same age, we can both learn from each other. I bet you he's training with them, or they all probably are training with him. It's just when they finally pull the trigger on whatever Hook's first match is going to be, it's gonna get a lot of eyes. And yeah, I agree, Dante would be a perfect opponent. He makes everybody look good and makes himself look great as well.
Plus, imagine they do a 6-man tag, and you get Dante on this getting to work a match teaming with CM Punk. I mean, that alone would probably take him to the next level.
It's going to be real interesting when his brother returns.
Well, the match pretty much is I said, the fucking Hobbs gets pretty much fucked up. I think he got fucked up off of the top rope drop kick, maybe. I don't know. He got just he was out of it for a little bit, and I think Hook distracted Martin. Hobbs hit Martin with the spine buster, got the victory. An awkward ending to a pretty fun match. Nothing much that could be said here. Up next after that, though, we get a fucking Dan Lambert promo.
I like Dan Lambert. I like Ethan Page. I like Scorpio Sky. this didn't need to be on the show.
Nope.
This just felt like he was just talking. It just felt like
nothing about this made like what you're now you're starting to ramble, and that's the problem.
There's one plus of this, because I agree completely, is it seems they have stopped. I found like those first few promos he did where he was trying to be like, we'll just say political, and I was just like, is this all really needed here? Can't you just say AEW sucks and call it a day?
That's what he pretty much should have said, because he pretty much said a whole bunch of nothing in this. It was pretty much AEW. It was pretty much AEW fucking sucks, and all these fans suck, but in more words.
And these guys are real fighters. I'm like, okay, like I get like Dan Lambert. I think the issue is that we're seeing him too much. When he did the Impact stuff, it was in little sparks, or he would just kind of be on the outside and everybody would do the action. But now it's like, it feels like every week Dan Lambert promo, and it's like now they're just starting to sound the same. He's saying the same stuff. You're losing the mystique of this guy. Like, these two need to get into a match.
Yeah.
Men of the Year and him I think is a terrible pairing.
And they don't have any. I don't know what else you do with Scorpio and Ethan.
Like,
I mean,
fair, but like Dan Lambert's like, oh man, you millennials and you're like weirdos and your toys and you blah blah blah. Like Ethan Page does a toy show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like what? Do they?
Yeah, Scorpio Sky does a podcast with a guy in Rooster Teeth.
And then, like, he's like, oh, we want these real men and all that. But, like, Men of the Year are these guys who are, like, very, like, fashion, like, they care about the fashion, they care about their looks and everything. That, like, doesn't really fit for his whole thing.
But now they're shoot fighters, somehow.
Apparently.
Well, the thing is, like, they are two guys that have legitimate, backgrounds in, fighting, but they never. The problem is that they never built that up in AEW, so you never know that unless you went to go look it up.
Or you watch the amazing match between Karate Man and Ethan Page.
Okay, well,
he ripped his heart out.
I don't even know if they're still supposed to be feuding with Lance Archer. But, like, Lance Archer would have made more sense with
By the way things are going right now, and by the AEW Dark Spoilers I read, I don't think that's the case.
No, yeah, I looked at Archer's gone in a completely different direction.
Yeah!
Which, good for him.
But, like, I don't know. This was not needed. This was really useless. I don't know where this is going at all. Like I said, I originally would have put, Christian turns heel. Christian takes in Ethan and Scorpio. New coalition. That works.
I like that.
But this Dan Lambert thing is like, like Jorge Masvidal is not going to wrestle a match.
No.
So I don't know, and they haven't had anything. They weren't even on like the dark tapings, and it looks like everybody was at the dark tapings. It's like, I don't know. Worthless segment. I don't know where this is going. But now we go backstage again to a quick little video package. Matt Hardy, Orange Cassidy. Matt Hardy pretty much tells Orange Cassidy, I want to fight you in a hair versus hair match. Orange says no.
It's going to happen.
I can't believe Matt Hardy is going to be bald.
Yeah, that sight I never thought I'd see.
That'd be great.
Matt Hardy has gotten to the point in his career where he's like, fuck it.
Of course. It's wonderful.
It's a bald Matt Hardy is going to be a weird sight. Unless, like, somebody else ends up getting, like, their head cut somehow out of it. Jack Evans goes bald or something. I don't know.
Maybe they shave the Butcher.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Then you take all away everything that man has.
Maybe you just become baldness.
After that, we go back to the ring. MJF is here. He's got Wardlow. This was also a weird promo.
I don't know where.
See, I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought the promo was good. I was just like,
it was very in character.
The thing is this the follow up though?
Look, I get it. They're trying to give MJF something to do while also giving Brian Pillman Jr. A big-time spotlight. Because they seemingly very much like Brian
but
Pillman
the Pillman
Jr.
and MJF match is happening in New York.
Yeah. That's a big stage.
So, no, good for Pillman. It's just like, so we're going to set it up in Ohio where he's not going to fight. I mean, he's losing the match. He's going to lose the match.
You don't want him to lose in his hometown, though.
That's why I was like, I don't know if this was, you just beat Chris Jericho.
He didn't beat Chris Jericho.
I'm sorry, you just fought Jericho. You lost to him and everything. It's like, talk about the promo. We'll go over it.
So, MJF pretty much comes out, pretty much sets the record straight that before two stupid referees got involved, he had Jericho beat. Injustice, garbage, and then he just starts going off on the crowd and how awful Ohio is, which is true. Says everything in Ohio is mid, then proceeds to go after Aunt Linda and
Pillman's aunt and his fucking pregnant sister.
Yeah.
Who went into labor after this.
Wait, what?
Not the same night.
No, not the same night, but like the next day, she went into labor, and Brian Pillman, congratulations, is an uncle now. But I don't know how much of like if this segment caused that, or if that they just planned it that way. But yeah, that happened.
Who was MJF like harassing sexually in his promo? Like, he was talking about.
Oh, they were talking about. It was talking about Pillman's mom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was the money line.
No, I mean he called her Bethany, which I thought was crazy.
That made me laugh out loud.
I was like, God damn! I hope Pillman okayed that.
Hopefully he did.
I mean, it seems like
I hope he did it.
Obviously.
He just started shooting
Because like that right. I mean, that was the first, and then the money line came, and then there was the whole I hope she should have swallowed you, which that was the breaking point for Pillman.
He just went off.
During the beatdown, the real story I think out of the whole segment.
It was the part where it was like where Brian Pillman was going to go after him the first time, and then Wardlow got up in front of him, and MJF was like, "You going to protect me like how you protect me against Hager?" And pretty much told Wardlow to stand down. And then, once Brian Pillman started to go after MJF, and Wardlow could clearly see what was happening, Wardlow didn't immediately attack or go after Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh, he didn't.
He let him get on him for like 15 seconds before actually taking him off. So, it's coming. That turn is coming.
I think this is the Full Gear match.
You think? Because
I think it's time.
I've talked to a lot of people about it, and people are wondering, but I'm not too sure because I feel like they've been teasing the split for like a year now, but every time it's like, oh, here we go, the turn is coming. Then they're back on the same page for 3 or 4 months. So I'm like, maybe this is the time, but I don't know.
I think, while I don't think that this match is going to happen at Full Gear, I think something very MJF is going. I think it's going to be MJF who is going to take a major loss at some point, and he's going to blame Wardlow again, and that's just going to send Wardlow off the edge. What that big match is, I don't know, and I don't think it's going to be against.
Could be Pillman in New York.
I was going to say, if Adam is right and that's the Full Gear match, then MJF's losing to Pillman.
Look, I'm just saying, they're really trying to build this New York show up because they blew their load on all the debuts. So you're going to have to really build this card up about the wrestling and the stories and the moments. Big New York show, Pillman is, he had his runs in the East Coast with ECW and in the WWE. He's a, big time show event. MJF takes the loss, and then maybe you do the turn there. That crowd will go crazy for Wardlow.
Yeah.
I feel like that this New York show is going to be built around the moments that it causes, and not the debuts that are coming. It could happen. We'll see.
Very well could. After this, though, we go to a little bit of a commercial break, and then we're back. We got women's action. Jamie Hayter going up against Ruby Soho in a pretty
with her rockin' theme song.
Pretty all right, but once again a very short women's match.
I thought for the time they had, I really enjoyed this match.
It's the same. I like Ruby's offense in this. I will say that.
I thought Jamie looked like a beast at points, just throwing Ruby around. I thought Jamie looked really good in this match.
Her throwing Ruby into the ropes was fucking fantastic. That was great.
Yeah, I was like, when it ended, I was like upset because I was like, oh, I wish there was more of this. So
that's kind of how I feel about every women's segment on the show.
Well, I thought the Rampage match got pretty good time.
We'll talk about the Rampage match. But
I gotta say though, I mean, maybe this isn't that surprising to everyone else, but like I knew Ruby Soho was gonna be over, but and the 3 appearances she's made so far, she is over like hell.
Yeah, they are really like when they were doing the commercial segment and they were talking about come see AEW live type shit. They made it a very big point to point out her name, and I'm like, good on you AEW for like really pushing this chick. But I agree, I did not think she was going to be like this massively over, and like the crowd are singing her song already. They're cheering for her. I'm like, well, I mean, that's awesome.
They gotta do something with her after the women's title feud is over, though. They have to. They can't go. She loses to Bray, and then she's on fucking Dark Elevation for goddamn 3 months.
You don't want the Hikaru Shida route?
No!
She just never appears again?
Absolutely not! She hasn't... That fucking Battle Royal thing was the first appearance Shida was on, like, actual... She wasn't even on television, so it still doesn't count!
Her record is like 40-something.
Yes! On Elevation!
Well, I mean, you gotta put some stars on the fucking Elevation show.
All the time? She can't be on one Dynamite?
They should have her talk. I actually don't think she's a bad talker either.
No, she's not.
No, she's
English
not.
has gotten very good.
But with Riho, bro.
I love Riho. Get both of them on the show.
Riho, I'm sure you're going to get to it in a second, but Riho sold her ass off.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
Riho was like, I'm on TV, I'm going to make it worth it.
Rio tries to come in and immediately just fucking gets stacked. Like, I almost forgot, like, during the fucking, it was almost like, after the Griff Garrison tried to make the save on Wardlow, and Wardlow just immediately takes his head off. That's kind of what happened to fucking Riho here. She comes in, she gets fucking...
Well, Ruby wins the match.
Yeah, Ruby
wins the match.
With her Pele kick. And then
she has a name for it. I don't remember what it is.
I know the old name of it used to be the Riot Kick, but...
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's still using that, obviously, but it's some kind of a kick. Then immediately after, Brits gets in and Rebel, and then Riho tries to make the save and just gets fucking dominated.
She gets fucking Irish cursed immediately. And then fucking Ruby gets set up. It looks like Britt's gonna go for a curb stomp on the title, but Chris comes in with the chair, and they run, and she runs them all off. Riho made a very interesting thing. Like, I know how you pointed out, like, she was not eliminated officially from the match, and
yes,
she pointed it out on Twitter that she did not go over the top rope, so there might be a little something there coming.
Listen, if you're gonna do it with Kingston, it's only fair you just do it with Riho.
Yeah. Look, I agree. I agree.
There's gonna be, like, somebody's gonna have to fight Britt at Full Gear.
I still think it's gonna be Rosa.
Okay, well, let me ask this. Do you think it's going to be a title change, or do you think they're just going to do a match and then build to another?
That's the thing. That's very interesting, because Rose is hot right now. She's very hot, but so is Britt. So I don't know.
I thought the same as you did, like, a couple weeks ago. I was thinking Britt and Rosa at Full Gear, and then they do the change, but I don't think Britt's dropping the belt, and from the dirt sheets, apparently the plan is to do it early next year, which I would assume would be Revolution. So if that's the case, I would save Rosa, have her do something else for a bit, and have Britt do something. I don't know if it's with Riho. I don't know if you can stretch Ruby Soho to Full Gear. I don't know.
By the way it's looking, like, this whole Ruby Soho thing is just supposed to be, like, maybe a one and I don't know if it's a one and done, but, like, this obviously isn't, like, a pay-per-view match right now. If they want to do, because they have a story already built for Britt and Riho if they want to go there. So, I don't know. Maybe. I think Riho could also be a great choice, but that's because Riho's, like, one of their best talents.
You know who it should be?
Who?
Who I originally actually had picked to win the Casino Battle Royal. It should be Ty Conti.
I love Ty.
She's great. She's going to be women's champion one day, but it's not now. So she's like I was saying about Ruby, like, Ty is over, and she's so good. Like, put her in there with Britt at the pay-per-view and see what you got, and then be like, all right, let's plan for a later title change down the road.
I think Tay has Ty has a bigger issue that's going to be in her way. We'll talk about that in the match coming up, actually. I have a little theory about what might be going on there. But, if I had to make a pick, and it also kind of, it has some history, I give a proper pay-per-view or one of those Dynamite specials, because there's definitely going to be one between now and Full Gear. Besides the New York show, like, they'll have another, like, Road Rager or some shit like that. Big Swole.
Yeah, especially coming
Big Swole would be good.
Especially coming off of the Three Strikes match, and
that match ruled.
The whole Black Wrestling Draws thing on Twitter, I wouldn't say no to it. Like,
that match was really good. If you haven't seen that match with her and Diamante,
yeah,
it's very good. But yeah, so there you go. Look at that. Just their women's division is stacked. Everybody likes everybody, but they don't get enough time. But what do we do?
But after
trios match.
Yeah, trios match. The Dark Order are still fighting with each other. And they are taking on FTR and Shawn Spears.
Canadian God, Shawn Spears. The chairman, the base god.
So, this whole thing is that it's pretty much it's pretty much Silver. It's Silver, Uno, and Grayson who are teaming up.
No,
right?
You're wrong. Yes. No. Yes. Sorry.
What?
You're right.
I read Colt Cabana and didn't. I got confused for a second.
So
I love Colt Cabana.
The whole thing is that Grayson and Evil Uno pretty much are getting along just fine, but fucking Silver is with Reynolds and all that other, so he's like on the outs with Uno and Grayson. So he's very much, every time they ask for a tag, he's not tagging in, or he's reluctantly tagging in. For the very start of this match, it looks like they're not going to be on the same page. Match gets going. The heels start getting heat on the other guys. And then somewhere during the middle portion of the match, they start putting it together. They start teaming up. They start using more double team moves, and they even do the pose. Like, hey, the Dark Order's doing all right. Like, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, well.
So, almost like immediately near the end, there's a spot where it's like Silver and Uno. No, Silver and Dax. He's going off the ropes. Silver knocks into Uno. FTR take advantage of this. They hit like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of unnecessary too, but it was just like a whole setup to Shawn Spears' Death Valley Driver.
A C4, baby.
Yeah, the C4. There's too many names. There's too many names with that. Like
the C4, because he's Dynamite.
Shut up.
So, Dynamite.
FTR, Shawn Spears win.
You're damn right he wins.
Shut up. That's not the point. The whole point of this is that Uno is pissed.
Is that Shawn Spears won, yes.
The point of the matter is that Uno is fucking pissed off. Fucking Silver has had enough. He pushes Uno. Fucking Grayson tackles.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, just fucking pounces him.
Fucking pounces Grayson. Fucking Five comes in. He tackles Grayson. Fucking everybody's now pushing each other. Everybody's shoving each other. Everybody's like on separate sides now. Everybody's fucking like mad at each other. Then here come our poor, disappointed big sisters, Ty Conti and Anna Jay. And they're fucking on the stage. And
this is where I think things are going to get interesting. I proposed, I think a few episodes when this first started, that when Anna Jay came back, we're clearly going Dark Order Hollywood, Dark Order Wolfpack. I think both of them are going to pick a side.
No!
And I think that,
you can't!
I think that.
No!
Yeah?
No!
It's going to happen.
Absolutely not.
Listen, the whole point here is they're going to have this little mini feud until,
Hangman.
Big boy Hangman comes back and reunites everybody together. But until then, there's going to be a break. Anna's obviously going to stick with Grayson, and Tay's going to go with, I guess, the others with like Silver and Reynolds and I think Colt Cabana. Sorry, yeah. I think that's what we're leading to. I think we're leading to, the girls are going to have to split as well.
No, I just got fucking Ty J back.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to go away for a little bit eventually.
I don't think so. Mostly because I think Hangman's going to be back in the next couple of weeks.
He's going to be back in the Virginia show, right?
I don't think that this split between the Dark Order is like a giant 6-month running feud. But I feel like you can get away with one tag match where it's like, all right, well, I'm going to pick Anna and we pick Tay, and then, we have this big Dark Order thing, and then it ends. And when that ends, that's where, Hangman shows back up and says, what the hell, guys? And maybe we get an answer to the goddamn CD he left before he left.
Maybe. Like, I do think there will probably be some kind of a match. Because they're clearly a split in Dark Order right now. So I think they've even wrestled a couple on Dark, but there probably will be like a big tag. Maybe it's in New York, maybe it's the week after, I don't know. But I don't think the girls are going to be involved in the match, because to me it looks like they're like, you guys need to get your shit together, and when you do, let us know.
There's a lot of options.
Plus, aren't they feuding with Allie and Penelope?
Penelope. Yes, they are.
I mean, I'd rather them not.
But they are.
I'm okay with it because they get some wrestling. Do the match on Dynamite or Rampage or something.
I mean, good for Anna and for Tay, but Penelope. I like Penelope. I like Allie, but I don't know what happened to both of these women.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They'll have a pretty alright match.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure. So after that, we go again, just continuing the whole night of weird promos. Tully Blanchard says, "Fuck you, Sting. I'm gonna kick your ass."
My favorite promo of the night.
What the
I don't know
fuck
where this comes
is
from.
happening? What is happening?
No.
Are we leading to a Tully Blanchard and Sting match?
Please.
Sting has been bad. Sting has been here for like, what, 6 months at this point, and now Tully's all like, you know what? Fuck you, Sting. Fuck you.
I mean, AEW, they brought Punk back, they brought Bryan, Adam Cole, and I was like, man, what can AEW do to top all this? And then I watched this episode, and they were teasing Tully getting back in the ring with Sting, and I was like, damn, I love TK.
I mean, this is clearly leading to Flair showing up, right? I mean,
we're gonna have to talk about it because that kind of goes into Rampage with the whole Untitled.
Yeah, I think he might be showing up with something else.
Ric Flair could do whatever he wants, honestly. I mean, he could just be like, he could be involved in every segment. No one's going to be like, no, it's Ric Flair.
I do think we are getting a tag match, though. Like, for legit, like, I do think it's going to be Darby and Sting against Tully and Shawn Spears.
Look,
and
I mean,
that match might kick ass.
Darby is fighting Shawn this Wednesday. They could announce a tag match for New York this Wednesday between the two. Like, again, that's a big Sting in New York. That's kind of big.
Yeah. I would love it.
I just, you watch this whole show and you're like, oh yeah, this all seems pretty standard AEW, and then Tully Blanchard's like, I'm gonna fight Sting, and you're like, well, hold on a second, I need to rewind that.
Do you remember when Tully teamed with FTR like earlier in the year?
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
He's an old man, and he does not give a fuck. He will bump all day.
I can't believe in 2021 there's a extremely strong possibility that Tully Blanchard and Sting are gonna fight each other. What are we living in? I hope Sting gives Tully Blanchard a Canadian destroyer.
Hell yeah.
That'd rule.
I'll probably give him a code red.
Well, wait, didn't Tully give fucking in that FTR match? Did he do a Canadian?
No.
No, he did a spike.
He had a spike.
Was it Spike?
Yeah.
I swear I thought he did a Canadian.
No. Maybe Tully's saving it.
After that, we got the Varsity Blondes backstage with Alex Marvez. How is this man everywhere?
He's pretty much back there. He says, just pretty much asked fucking Brian Pillman Jr. what the fuck's going on. Brian Pillman Jr. pretty much, he asked for a match against. He asked Tony. Did he ask Tony for the match? I think he asked Tony for the match. And he's like, so at the fucking New York show, it's gonna be me against MJF there, and suddenly the Acclaimed are back.
Yeah, baby, the Acclaimed have arrived.
There, and they're kind of disappointed because they can't call Julia Hart a whore because she's not there.
That day.
I love these guys.
The Acclaimed rule.
I'm so happy Max
Everyone
is
loves
not
the Acclaimed.
Fired.
God, that was a whole... He was never going to get fired.
No. But he's back a lot quicker than a lot of people thought, which, that's cool.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen his, the dark thing he did where he read the prepared statement before he went into his promo, that was extremely funny.
So the Acclaimed pretty much, tell, the Varsity Blondes they suck. Chris Garrison, you suck. Brian Pillman Jr., you suck. And so Pillman's like...
And
right.
Julia Hart sucks.
And so Brian Pillman Jr. is like, all right, fight me. You, Max specifically. Rampage. And now we have a match between Max Caster and Brian Pillman Jr. on Rampage.
Which this feud has been building on Dark, if you've been... So, it's cool that it's making its way to TV.
Yeah.
And then we have an interview. We have the town hall segment with the Elite.
The Elite all come out. The Young Bucks are still hurt, but Nick Jackson still had enough fucking time to put a fucking nose ring in.
A nose ring that attaches to his earring.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
What? Both of them. All of them, honestly. All this whole group is ridiculous.
They got fucking Cutler with the goddamn cold spray, fucking, and the goddamn face mask and the tracksuit. Omega is like weird. Fucking Dawn is like a creepy uncle. The Bucks have lost their mind. Anderson is there. And then you got Big Dangly all in his fucking glory. His wonderful fucking glory. His fucking
we don't stand
time IWGP Tag Team Champion glory.
No, we don't stand Doc Gallows. Fuck Doc Gallows.
This is a Good Brothers podcast, buddy.
It's a Space Jam podcast.
So Don Callis is like, we provide you best entertainment at All Out. Young Bucks got screwed, and it doesn't matter. We're gonna get the belts back and whatnot. This is all leading to them, inviting Cole back into the ring to do his shtick. Adam Cole comes in immediately, like not even like he says, "Who wants story time with Adam Cole, baby?" And then immediately goes to Tony Schiavone. He's like,
yeah. He's like, who's ready? He's like all happy. He's like, who's ready to hear a story? All right. Now, Tony Schiavone. If you ever fucking look at Britt Baker, I will fucking murder you. You piece of shit, you nerd. Get the fuck out of my ring.
Nerd. Fucking nerd.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't you ever look at her. Ever. I will kick you in the dick.
And Tony Schiavone must have been in complete shock because he was told to get out of the ring, and all these guys are telling him to get out, and he is taking like 5 minutes to leave the ring.
Their whole crowd's chanting, Tony. Meanwhile, he's leaving very slowly. It's a very awkward situation. But
did you see Tony on his podcast address Adam Cole?
Oh, he went off. It was funny.
Yeah.
I'll beat him in video games. I'll kick his fucking ass.
I'll kick his fucking ass. It was great.
I mean, I hope this is leading to a Tony Schiavone versus Adam Cole.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Look, I have
way more interest in that than I do fucking QT against Tony Schiavone.
Hey, I was very much looking forward to Big Show and Tony Schiavone versus QT and Aaron Solo. I didn't get that. No. But if I can get Tony Schiavone versus Adam Cole in a custody of Britt Baker ladder match, I'm all happy about it.
So Cole comes out. He pretty much puts the Elite over. The Young Bucks are the greatest team of all time. Omega's the best. Is a one in a lifetime athlete. That's why he's the world champion.
And fuck the Good Brothers. They aren't even here.
And then you got Adam Cole, baby. And he says the Elite are the best, and you should be thanking us because without us, there is no this and all that jazz. Then he gives the microphone back to Omega.
He also makes it clear that he'll be making his debut on Dynamite this Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we find out
against Kaz. Yes, against the MILF Hunter.
Yeah. So he gives the mic back to Omega, and he says, "We like to, celebrate, me winning, but there's one thing we hate. It's interruptions, and All Out, we were so very much rudely interrupted." And as while he was saying that, he gets interrupted again by Danielson's music. I've really come to like his new theme song. It's so good.
I love that it's got the ROH thing in the beginning.
You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in. It's so awesome.
I can't wait for that chant to be back.
I hope at some point, because he hasn't used the lyric version of the song, so maybe they're just waiting for a full release or whatever. But I hope he does because I think it sounds great.
Yeah, Omega pretty much clears out the Elite, tells him to give him some room. Invites Danielson into the ring, and he's like, "Well, Mr. Danielson, I'm glad you could come out here because I have a few things I want to say to you." Danielson immediately takes the mic out of his hands. Says, "Quick question: do you guys want to see me versus Omega? Did he say for the belt? I don't think.
No.
I don't think he.
He just said him versus Omega.
And you want to see me against Omega?" And the crowd goes, "Yes, obviously." And Omega's mouthing off like, "That's not how it works here. That's not how it works." Danielson, that's not how it works. "I thought you were the greatest wrestler alive of all time. I thought you weren't scared of anything." And he says, "Well, I think you're just afraid of these people finding out what that I already know, which is that I'm better than you, and you're not."
And you know it.
No! I was so ready for it because I'm so used to saying I'm better than you, and you know it. And I was like, "Fuck, don't say it."
I wonder if he was gonna say it and then realized he can't say it, and then
it's like,
was
shit,
like,
that's someone else's shit.
I'm gonna kick your head in, and of course stating that he is not on his level.
He's not on his level. That causes Omega.
Omega charges Danielson. Danielson immediately gets him into the label lock,
and he taps
Omega
out.
Taps out
Immediately.
And then the Elite get the jump.
Brandon Cutler with the fucking cold spray. Everybody's beating down Danielson. Meanwhile, Cutler's just spraying at him. He's
spraying him.
He's spraying the back of his head with cold spray.
This leads Christian Cage, the Jurassic Express, and Frankie Kazarian to all come down for the save. Big Schmaz brawl happens. The Elite back off, except for one person, Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler, baby.
Who gets completely surrounded, and then Psycho D!
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Kenta cries somewhere.
He's fucking so pissed.
Kenta's like, "Yay, finally, I get to have all my shit back." Oh, wait, fuck. Brian and Punk are back? God damn it.
And in the same fucking fight again? Shit sucks.
What am I supposed to use now?
If it makes him feel any better, and I think it will based off his recent tweets, I think he's going to end up working them both whenever things ease up with the pandemic, and because I think both are going to go over to Japan.
Kenta and Danielson in 2021 sounds like a fucking fever dream, but it's this close from fucking happening.
How many matches are this close from happening?
Oh my god.
A lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot.
So, when do you guys think they're going to do Omega and Danielson? New York?
You can't put everything on the New York.
Well, what do they have on the New York card already? They've got...
Well, we got MJF and Pillman.
Yeah.
We have what's more than likely happening is going to be Suzuki and Archer against Kingston and Mox.
Yeah.
I'm going to put money that we're going to get the Darby and Sting against Tully and Shawn match. I think that'll happen.
See that.
And then a women's match of some sort. Maybe that's where you do Riho and Britt if you want to do that.
Isn't Ruby and Britt happen on the show?
It's not been announced.
I thought they announced. Okay, whatever.
Because like all the
of course Cody Rhodes and Malachi Black.
Right. Okay. True. Forgot about that. Because I was gonna say there's really no match that like scream the main event. I mean, you could do Cody and Malachi as the main event, but I don't know. Because I don't think that they're doing that at Full Gear.
Maybe get him in.
So it's got to be a Dynamite.
Maybe they just stick him in a match with fucking Anderson or Kugler. Or fucking Gallows. Imagine fucking Gallows and Danielson in New York.
Oh god.
I do think there's a possibility of a tag match in New York happening. Maybe a big 5-man with all the people involved. Or what I would rather honestly would be like Omega and Cole against Jungle Boy and Danielson. Right. And then Jungle Boy takes the pinfall, but like he doesn't lose anything. He's in the ring with Kenny and Danielson and Cole.
So I know you guys talked about it, and a lot of people talked about the whole Christian Cage and Jungle Boy thing, because I have to imagine at some point Christian Cage is going to go heel, and I've always like, oh, he's going to turn on Jungle Boy, but I could see a scenario where if they do Brian and Kenny, like, I don't know if they're just it's going to be an exhibition or if it's going to be for the belt, but especially if it's for the belt, because you're going to need some kind of a gimmick, because Kenny isn't dropping the belt yet, and you don't want Brian to lose straight up. You think maybe, I was just thinking, maybe Christian Cage turns heel on Brian for, like, stealing his spotlight. And we get a Christian and Brian feud.
If you turn Christian heel, does he bleed that into the Impact run as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, then who are you putting the belt on after Cage?
Josh Alexander.
All right, that's fair. All right. Yeah, I know, that's all plausible. All right.
Yeah. To me, it makes sense, but I don't know if, like, maybe the end goal is Brian and Adam Cole, and if that's the case, then you want to do the Christian heel turn with Brian, and then I get he can, like, beat up Jungle Boy or something.
Yeah, I agree.
And all right, well, that leads us to me running down the 3 matches that have been announced for this upcoming Wednesday's
You don't want to
Dynamite.
wait until fucking Rampage?
Nothing else gets announced.
Alright, whatever.
Nothing else gets announced.
Okay, what? Go then! Jesus Christ!
This coming Wednesday in Newark, New Jersey, which there's like an 85% chance I'll be there. So I might be doing the Dynamite 2 weeks in a row, Zahaya.
Yeah.
I get to see Adam Cole's debut, because Adam Cole will be fighting Frankie Kazarian. Jade Cargill will be taking on legit Layla Hirsch. I'm hoping that match is longer than 2 minutes. Because after what Camille and Layla were able to do, I feel like you could do the exact same thing with Jade and Layla. So I'm hoping that happens. And then also we're getting Darby Allin versus God of professional Canadian wrestling, the base god, Shawn Spears.
Wonderful.
Do you understand, Zahaya? Do you understand that in the possibility of 2 weeks, I'm going to see Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears?
You must be so happy.
And the Jungle Express?
You get to see your Dino Daddy finally.
I get to see my Dino Daddy!
I gotta
cry.
Too, with the Darby Allin and Shawn Spears match, because there were quite a few people, I mean, you guys may be shocked to find this out, but there were a lot of people on Twitter who were a little bummed out by that news. And
well, they can fuck themselves. It's Shawn Spears.
Shawn Spears is Shawn Spears, but
I will kick you off this show right now.
There's praise coming. I think he's a little underappreciated because he's had some pretty good matches so far.
Yeah,
like, get a raise.
That Sammy Guevara match, I love Sammy, but you can't give all that to Sammy. Shawn Spears was excellent in that match.
Even then, you think back to his labor match with Jericho was one of the best ones.
Mm-hmm. That match will be very good. So, come on, people, enjoy wrestling.
Exactly. What the fuck?
Yes, enjoy Canadian God, Shawn Spears.
Alright, we're going on to the main event.
The main event was Jon Moxley fighting Minoru Suzuki. Now, let's just get it out of the way.
They cut Kaze Ninare. Alright, next.
They cut Kaze Ninare, which I'll be honest with you. Yes, was very upset.
What?
But I was more upset was how fucking short this match was.
Alright, I'm gonna say this. I really like this match. I just want to. I know we don't do what's going on wrestling right now, but I will keep the quick updates. Big E has cashed in. Do I want to know if he won or not?
I will let you guys know live. You'll hear the live update right here. But yeah, go ahead. Talk about the main event. Because this main event, they did good, but they got fucking 6 minutes.
They got 8 minutes.
8 minutes, and there were like 4 minutes of like
8 minutes of them beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, but I don't listen. From all accounts, this was like a make good for Moxley because he didn't get the Tanahashi match at All Out. So They were like, all right, so instead, in your hometown, we're going to put you and Suzuki, main event. You guys are going to go out there, have a good time. The show ran overtime with a lot of their earlier segments, and they got kind of fucked over because what they thought was the end time for the show was them confusing it for the end time of the match, and that's why Moxley had like 4 minutes of like celebrating as Dynamite just kept rolling. I mean, like I said, they're making good on it by doing the tag match and everything with Arthur Ashe and with Archer being involved. So they're making it up, and we're gonna get to hear Kaze NRA. But I don't know. I was really hoping for a longer match. It kind of just it ends, and I'm like, oh damn. There's like 4 minutes left.
Look,
is something going to happen? And then nothing happens.
Look, with every match, it's important to value your time, which some people do not do. These men, for the 8 minutes that they had, beat the shit out of each other. They were fucking eating forearms. They were clotheslining each other. They were booting each other. Fucking Suzuki got to hit his signature dropkick. Suzuki's bleeding from his fucking eye. Like, shit was great. And it's not like the fucking crowd lost interest at any point. They were fucking going along with it. They were with them until the very end. And they ended off on a high note with the fucking butterfly suplex. And Moxley got the 3 and got to celebrate. It's good shit. This is good shit.
So I liked it. I just wanted more.
I get that. And by the sounds of it, that looks like what's going to happen. For what this was, I really like this match.
Same. Good TV match.
Yeah, that was our main event. Moxley wins. He celebrates. Going on in the crowd. Everybody's happy. Moxley's home. Moxley's homecoming. So, how did Rampage follow that up? Well, we will tell you, because we are going right into AEW Rampage, baby.
Rampage. Still don't know what to look.
How do you fucking come on? It's like 4 weeks.
No, it's like a. I don't know. Rampage. All
right.
We're going. Rampage, flashing lights in the boom in a Rampage.
All right, we start off immediately with Andrade and Pac in the ring.
Movie with The Rock.
And from that point, we get the Andrade versus Pac match.
We don't even get entrances. They are already in the ring to start off the show. They're like, nah, fuck it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get to the wrestling.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go in fucking deed.
This match fucked.
This match arguably was the best match out of both this and the Dynamite show.
No, it's not close. It's not even close.
I mean, they even, there was a fuck up in this part, but they, were able to, recover from that. There was actually 2 fuck ups, but they recovered pretty damn well from them.
Some crazy ass shit in this match. The fucking slingshot fucking DDT on the apron. The fucking, Andrade did, his fucking Tree of Woe double foot stomp thing, but Pac was having to hold on for dear life because he wasn't set up properly, but they were still able to hit it perfectly. That was crazy.
They finally did that move and made it look good. Because I've hated how that move has always been done because it's always fucking stupid. Why is the person not just let go? But here, it was oh no, if Pac let go, he was gonna die.
He gonna fucking fall on his head.
So they made that look good.
Andrade pulled off he's on the top, and then he does a fucking split leg moonsault. What? He
went to the top.
Perfectly.
He goes to the top, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna do that moonsault thing he does, where he does the moonsault, they move, he does another moonsault, and instead, just perfectly vertical, just drop, double leg, split leg, connects. I'm like, RVD, eat your heart out.
Fucking John Morrison wishes, bro.
Big E is the official WWE champion.
Whoa! Congrats.
Good for Big E.
Yeah.
I want to. I wish I could be more excited about it because Big E's the man, but I just know it's going to be messed up in so many ways.
Since this happened, we'll bring this back up a little bit at the start of our news segment. Because I feel like a few of us have thoughts about this match.
All right, so he gets the split leg. There's a cool spot where fucking Pac sends him like belly to belly into the fucking turnbuckle pose. Andrade tries to go for the double foot stomp thing again. He misses. Pac then goes up for a fucking great Orihara moonsault to the outside. He hits a perfect 450 splash at one point. And then, all of a sudden, like, Pac, I think, has the brutalizer in at this point. And then, who was this dude? He had a fucking taser in his hand.
Oh, yeah. That's Jose, his advisor. Second advisor? He has two advisors, apparently.
Okay. Well, he's got a fucking taser, apparently.
Yeah, what the I was like, wait, what the hell? I thought he had, like, is that like a phone or a... No, it's a fucking taser.
Like, shit's about to get fucking real.
He's gonna start tasering Pac? What the hell is happening?
So, the Lucha Bros come out, they take care of him. Meanwhile, the referee's distracted. Chavo gets in, he hammers Pac in the head with an iPad, I think, and Andrade gets the victory. Alright, whatever. I thought the finish was lame, but the match was fucking awesome, so.
Yeah, they're definitely leading to another match, so I'll excuse it.
Yeah. After this, though, so it was fucking Chavo explaining, they're already on the ramp, and Chavo's explaining, like, I helped you, I used this thing, and he's like, you use that? And Andre's like, use that, thank you. And they hug for like, and fucking out of nowhere, Andrade just fucking clobbers Chavo right in the face with the forearm and leaves him for dead. And then the Lucha Bros double super kick Chavo in the face, bring him back in the ring. Pac locks in the brutalizer, and everybody shits on Chavo. So an all-time great segment here. One of the best segments of the year. 5 stars. Completely all around.
It was weird though, like it just. I mean, like, because I was watching, I was like, oh, that's kind of out of nowhere.
The fact that it was out of nowhere tells me that something's up. Something's definitely happening at this point, because I don't think they would have done this if something wasn't in the works.
I'm sure all of our minds are going in one direction, but I don't know. So I don't know if that is the best idea. The reason I say that is like because the parent I think would be great. Dark Side of the Ring is coming back.
Yep.
And the first episode, I believe, is the Plane Ride from Hell episode. And apparently, they got one of the flight attendants.
Oh, I heard about this, yeah.
And they may not say some very nice things about the Nature Boy. They may paint Ric Flair in a very negative light. And, we'll see. It is Ric Flair. And Ric Flair has gotten away with a lot of things over the years.
He's gotten away with almost everything.
Yeah. And maybe it'll just be like, it's Rick, whatever, and then it'll be fine. But I don't know. I'm a little worried it might be a Hogan situation.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see. But after this, we got an in-ring segment with Sting and Darby Allin. Tony Schiavone's in the middle of the ring. They pretty much ask him, like, hey, what the hell's going on with Tully Blanchard and Shawn Spears? Darby calls Spears a generic piece of shit. And Sting grabs the mic and fucking yells into it as loud as possible.
What a guy.
He's having a great time, which is all you could really ask for. He's calling out Tully. He's getting into a war of words. Tully then comes out to the stage. At this point, he's distracting Sting is what he's doing, because out of nowhere, Shawn comes from behind, pulls Darby out of the ring, hits him with the C4 on the outside. Meanwhile, Shawn's running away.
Shawn Spears.
Shawn running away. Sting then goes to check on Darby. All the while, Tully is still cutting a fucking promo on Sting. While Sting's checking on Darby, everybody's running away, but Tully still wants everybody to know how much of a piece of shit Sting is. It's such old man rambling on a microphone, but in a fucking good way, because of how fucking ridiculous it is. I thought this was great. I thought it was funny.
Tully's hilarious.
He's fucking so wonderful.
Before even Shawn Spears came out, because, I mean, he's just like, oh, Sting, of course, it's always the numbers game with you, just like back in the day. And anyone who knows anything knows that's full of shit.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. Sting is notorious for just getting his ass kicked by everybody he becomes friends with.
Yeah.
The story of Sting is very simple. Sting gets friend turn on Sting. Sting says, okay, I get other friend. That friend turn on Sting. Sting says, okay, I get other friend. That friend then turn on Sting. Sting say, fuck this, becomes an emo.
And then Sting takes on 10 guys by himself and wins. So.
Then Sting comes back, gets in the wolf pack, and is finally with people who don't turn on him. And now he gets to hang out with his son, so, hey.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, well, I was things coming off of All Out that I was not even in the realm of possibility in my head was I thinking, oh, you know what they're definitely going to do next? Tully Blanchard's going to fight Sting. Well, guess what? That's a reality now.
So after that, we get a bit of a video package of Cole and Danielson. Cole pretty much goes on to say, like, of course he's with the Elite. He trusts the Bucks with his life. He trusts Omega with his life. I thought that was very interesting because this is all going to blow up in Omega's face at some point. Like, oh yeah, this is all going to come back to bite Omega on the ass. And at this point, we're just waiting on it for it to happen. Says that he's not even in his prime yet, and that he could still kick Danielson's ass. Danielson says Danielson just pretty much, I'm here to fucking wrestle, dude. Like, it could be Omega, like I'd like it to be Omega, but I just want to wrestle dudes. That's what I'm here for. And yeah. Pretty good video package, I'd say, for those two. But after that, going into it, we got a 6-women tag team match here. Rebel, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker taking on the team of Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, and Riho after what happened on Dynamite. And this was a pretty good trios match, to say the least. I would say.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked this match a lot.
I
thought everybody got a chance to do something, which was nice.
Someone pulled up like all the stats for like types of matches that have happened on Dynamite so far following this match. And they were like, they should really do more tag and trios matches with the women. And I was like, yeah, they really should, because they don't really do it all that often, but they should.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this match proved it because everybody got a chance to shine here. Everybody looked good. Rio got to do a fucking crazy ass crossbody onto Jamie Hayter that looked like she killed her. That was awesome. Jamie's like a fantastic seller, though. She's really been working She's been working her ass off ever since coming here, which I appreciate. The finish of this match, though, I believe, it's Rebel in the ring. Everybody's getting taken. It's Rebel in the ring with Ruby. Ruby sets her up for the Enziguri, or the Pele kick. Hits her in the head, gets the 3 count. Baby faces stand tall, and that's still our build up to the Ruby versus Britt Baker match coming soon, even though I think it's going to be at the New York show. After that, though, Adam already ran down the card, so we won't go through that. It's main event time. We get a backstage, we get a split screen interview with Caster and Brian Pillman Jr. Caster pretty much says he hates that Brian is pretty much given everything. Says that people says he's better than he actually is. And Bowens calls Max Caster the best professional wrestler on the planet. Pillman, and he's had enough of the Acclaim. He's going to shut him up here in Cincinnati, Ohio. He gets the hometown pop. And that would lead to our main event of the evening between Max Caster and Brian Pillman Jr., which was alright, I'd say.
I think they had this problem, what was it? Was it like 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago, where it seemed like the whole card was like
backwards.
Yeah.
Well, I still do Pac and Andrade to open it. I would have shut the show off with the women.
I think because that's a lot of people have noticed that. I think the time it's on is why they do it kind of backwards. Because if you look at the ratings, people usually tune out. So I think they put for the Rampage, I think at least, I haven't spoken to Tony Khan, but I think they put on like the big matches early, and that's why like the main events have been kind of like okay matches instead of like banger matches.
That's just fine. Again, I don't think there's nothing bad about this match.
No, it was very much very.
And I mean, obviously, it was Pillman, Cincinnati.
It was a very bare bones heel versus face dynamic.
Yeah,
like the face gets the opening thing. Like he's going crazy. He gets cut off. Max gets a ton of heat. He doesn't really do anything. Pillman comes back, hits his big move. We all go home happy. They get the beat down, but another Cincinnati boy comes out. Moxley makes
John Moxley.
Yeah, they all take out the Acclaim, hits the paradigm shift on Max. All the Cincinnati boys celebrate. We all go home happy. So
Rampage is an hour. It goes by very quickly, so it's not like I'm going to complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the people who are already suggesting the show to go to 2 hours, shush.
Shut the fuck up.
I like this 1 hour format.
Shut up. This works perfectly fine and it gets the storylines going. It's all you need to ask for.
I would put it on Saturday night, but that's me.
Probably.
I really hope, like, Saturday night would be cool. I just hope maybe when they move to TBS.
That's what I know.
I hope it's a little earlier, like even if it was like at 9 o'clock.
That's what I would do. I would do 9 to 10 on a Saturday night. I think you're going to see a better increase in your ratings. It's also Saturday night, people don't got to get up the next, people don't got to get up the next day on a Friday, but you're coming off of watching your SmackDown if you're doing that. You're already wrestled out at that point. It's already been the last day of your workday. People want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
The thing that's tough, though, is with AEW and their days, because I agree, like, Saturday at, like, 9 o'clock would be perfect. I don't think they'll do it because They sometimes have pay-per-views on Saturdays, and if they
Well,
have to
that's
bump
where-
Dynamite,
So WWE, when they used to do Heat, like before their pay-per-views, they do Heat at like 3 o'clock. Why not an afternoon Rampage on the same day of your pay-per-view, leading into the pay-per-view? You get those last-minute buys. The
maybe.
day of, people are like, I don't know if I want to watch the show. They turn on Dynamite at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're like, all right, that got me. And then boom, now you got some more people to buy your pay-per-view.
They, I guess it would depend on what TNT and TBS go for, but like, if they can't, I know Friday just sucks in general for TV, but I know they probably don't want to because of SmackDown. But fuck SmackDown, go up against them at 9 o'clock.
I mean, I would. I mean, I it's better than having to watch The Equalizer again or some shit before the AEW show every fucking week. It's The Equalizer.
Plus, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and if they do this and I'm proven wrong, then I'm wrong. But I feel like it's AEW's secondary show, so I don't think their audience would be that dramatically different from the SmackDown audience. I feel like the people who would pick to watch SmackDown wouldn't be the ones who end up watching Rampage live anyways if there wasn't another show on. So
the other reason I bring up the afternoon thing, I look at it in like the actual sports way. There are always afternoon sporting games happening, and they do pretty well. So put on an hour wrestling show in the afternoon. I don't think it's a bad idea. And like I said, it's better than having to watch reruns of fucking The Equalizer or Family Guy. It's like I don't think TBS or TNT are going to be losing anything if they're like, hey, 3 to 4 o'clock on a Saturday, here's Rampage.
All in all, I thought both shows were pretty enjoyable.
No, I thought this was a great fallout, I feel like new things are happening, shit got resolved, things are continuing that need to continue. Tully Blanchard's going to fight Sting.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, great shit.
Another enjoyable week of AEW, and the next 2 weeks are going to be just as impressive.
Thank you, based Doc Gallows.
No, thank you, based God, Shawn Spears. Notice the trend here. Shawn Spears was on both shows.
Notice the trend here. Doc Gallows also
was not on both shows.
Well, that's agree to disagree.
Agreed. He's not there. And that's why I liked Rampage, because I was like, oh, yeah, thank God.
All right, time for our news segment.
So let's just, I know you have probably an itinerary here, but let's just get it out of the way since we just talked about it. Big E is the champion.
Yeah, Big E is the new WWE champion as caught live on this recording. Good.
So Big E, what? No, good for Big E. Yeah, awesome for Big E. Everything about Big E being champion is right.
Yes.
The circumstances, on the other hand.
Yeah.
What are the circumstances?
That this was just a Papa rating to counteract Dynamite.
Oh, I'm sure it was. It absolutely was.
But don't you think that I don't know. We've seen what happens when they do this shit before.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work out in their favor.
I hope that doesn't happen to Big E.
It's gonna.
When Big E won the Money in the Bank, I didn't want to see him do the typical Money in the Bank cash in, where you cash in after the champion just had a match, because I think Big E could be one of your faces of the company, and I'm fine with him and Lashley. Like, I was actually starting to favor him going after Lashley than him and Roman. And there's a story there with Lashley and the New Day. Like, you could tell the story of Big E saying, I'm gonna cash in, and I'm telling you when it's happening. I'm not gonna do it cheap, and you're gonna be 100%. And he beats the guy that everyone couldn't beat. It would make him a superstar. Like, he's the champion, but part of me is worried that he's just going to drop the belt right back to Bobby Lashley at the pay-per-view.
Or worse, Goldberg in Saudi Arabia.
Well, okay, maybe because they're definitely doing Lashley and Goldberg in Saudi. So I mean, it's possible they take the belt off of Lashley here, so he can lose to Goldberg, and then afterwards they can put the belt back on Bobby and be like, well, thanks, Biggie.
Yeah, no, like that's the part that sucks. Is like Big E should not be another Kofi Kingston situation where it's like, oh, here you go, thank you for your time. Now you're going to do absolutely nothing as champion, and you're just going to be transitional until you give it back to Bobby. And just looking on Twitter at the moment while you guys were going over the Rampage parts, just the immense outpouring of support by the whole industry, fans, wrestlers not even in the WWE, for this moment is huge. Yeah, people love Big E because Big E is like that guy. He's that dude.
Fucking guy. He's always been that fucking guy. It's only taken this fucking Fed that long to fucking realize it.
Now, granted, he did do the typical cash-in. The way that it went was Bobby beat Orton, and then Bobby just started beating the shit out of Orton and Riddle, and then he hurt his knee, and then Big E came out and cashed in, but Big E waited to make sure that Bobby was ready for the match. Bobby said, yeah, okay. They went at it for 4 minutes. Big E won the belt. So I'm happy that it wasn't Bobby won, Orton hit an RKO, Big E cashes in 1, 2, 3. I'm happy it wasn't that. I'm happy at least Big E was like, oh, I will fight you. I know you're hurt. I'll take your advantage, but I'm going to make sure that you're ready to do this. And then he beat him. But
did you catch? Because I was looking earlier in the show. I didn't watch the show. I wouldn't put myself through that. But I watched on Twitter, and I saw a little bit of the interaction at the start. Did Biggie really properly explain why he came to Raw and why the WWE Championship? And not because MVP, I think, made a remark you're only here because you're afraid of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and I don't know what Big E's retort is to that. And I know because obviously Randy Orton had the match, so he was if Randy Orton would have won, he would have cashed in on him. Maybe they did this, but if not, shame on them. They could have done the story hey, Lashley, I saw what you did to my friends, and you know what? I said enough of that. I'm time to take the belt from you. But I don't think they did that. So that sucks because they don't really care to put thought into their stories. I hope it's great. I hope in a couple months, because Bobby Lashley's run has been great. Roman Reigns' run has been great. So I hope in a couple months we're oh, Big E's run's great. But I fear we won't.
I fear this won't last. This will only last a week or two.
Yeah. Because the ratings will go back down again. They'll go, oh shit, the ratings are down. Got to do a title change.
Oh, well, I guess that's a situation we're just gonna have to wait and see.
So to answer your question, Big E came out, said, "I'm cashing in tonight." Orton and Riddle will also in the ring still. MVP did say what you said to Big E, and then immediately talked to Orton. Big E didn't say anything for the rest of the promo. It was all about Orton and Bobby.
Oh my god. So, not only do they imply that Big E is afraid of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, Big E doesn't even dispute it?
Oh, he just sits there with that Big E hoo face and just states, I'm cashing in tonight against either or. And then the rest of the promo is Orton and Bobby Lashley. And then Big E won the belt. Hopefully, but And I think you just said it there that, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Big E wins because we got to pop a rating. Yeah, Big E as champion doesn't fix Raw.
Nope.
Yeah, cool. People will watch Big E, but people are still not going to want to watch 3 hours of the same bullshit. And that's what's going to happen to Big E. What? We're going to have to see him and Bobby probably fight 18 times. We're gonna get tired of it.
It's just when we went to WrestleMania, obviously, Becky won the title, Seth won the title, Kofi won the title, and then months later, the TV shows, for the most part, didn't get any better, and a lot of their feuds were kind of meh. And then the WWE marks were like, "Oh, well, they gave you what you wanted, and you're still complaining." Like, it's not as simple as just putting the belt on someone that we want. It's about how you do it.
Sad thing is that the ratings are still not going to be great. They'll probably pop this week as Big E won, then next week they'll go right back to where they were, and they'll stay there. And Vince will see this as a failure for Big E. Big E will then lose the belt to fucking Goldberg or some shit, and it's rinse and goddamn repeat.
Yep.
And I really hope that does not happen, but like, history repeats itself.
Again, it's a whole different. It's a situation that we're just gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, I'm not too. WWE has no trust with me whatsoever at this point. So
no,
whatever,
like I said, I'm happy for Big E. I don't give a shit about the WWE, but happy for Big E. He deserves.
Yeah. Whatever happens.
And I'm also happy he's WWE champion too. Like, it's not Universal.
Yeah,
it's true. Whatever happens at this point with me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But it seemed like pretty much the whole Big E cash-in was just a legitimate pop the rating.
Well,
he cashed in. All right, anyway. But enough of that. What's on to the actual news? I know one of the things we're talking about.
Well, since we're on the WWE band, on the whole train right now, let's keep it going, because a few days ago, we found out that Samoa Joe had to relinquish the NXT Championship due to injury.
Again.
They didn't really specify what the injury was. They just said,
it's not a work. It can't be a work. They wouldn't.
I hope it's not a concussion.
If it was, there are people who think this is a work, and I'm like, I don't think they would. I don't think it's a work. Now, what sucks is that Joe is hurt again.
Yes.
And they just brought him back after letting him go, and Triple H is like, "No, motherfucker, we need him." They bring him back, has one match, and is now hurt.
Gone again. Yes.
I don't know. I can see them letting him go again.
Me too.
I think they will.
I think they're going to let him go, especially now with the fact that Triple H pretty much lost all power. But it sucks for Joe.
It does suck for Joe,
especially because he's just been getting hurt constantly, and if he does leave the company, I don't think AEW signs this guy. I don't think anybody can, because you just don't know. I mean, you want to bring him in for a one-time match? Sure, go for it. Give us Punk and Joe, because they've been wanting to do it forever again. But I think Joe might be done. I think this is it.
Yeah.
I think it might depend on what the injury is. If it's a concussion, he's done. WWE will probably just medically disqualify him, and then any other company would be like, "You're a liability. We don't want to deal with that." If it's just another part of his body, I don't know if he's done, but he would be done as a main event player.
Yeah, I mean, which sucks. But I mean, I feel like that was the reason they let him go in the first place, is they were like, "Dude, you're injury prone. We really can't rely on you." Then Triple H says, "No, we need him." They say, "All right, we'll rely on you." And he gets hurt again.
Yeah.
It just seems to be the continuing train of Samoa Joe in the WWE. It's, all right, we're going to push you, and then he gets hurt. All right, we're going to push you again, and then he gets hurt. All right, Joe, we're going to push you one more time. He gets hurt. All right, Joe, we're firing you. All right, now you're back, and you're hurt again. You get to a point where it's like, all right, they're kind of in the right now of like letting you go because you're not going to be helping. And yeah, I guess he can help behind the scenes if that's what he wants to do, but I don't think that's what he wants to do.
No.
But we do know that on NXT on Tuesday, because by the time this show goes out, that show will have happened. We will see a new NXT champion in the form of either Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, Tommaso Ciampa, or the new NXT World Champion, LA Knight. Because LA Knight's winning the belt.
You think?
What?
LA Knight?
Really?
All right, let me explain. Tommaso Ciampa doesn't fit the new NXT. Pete Dunne, they don't know if he's leaving or not. Kyle O'Reilly, I love Kyle O'Reilly. I just don't think they're ever going to fucking pull the trigger on him, especially now with Vince in control. I think that motherfucker's going to the Cruiserweight division. Who fits the Vince McMahon NXT? LA Knight.
True.
I think LA Knight's winning that belt. And if that happens, NXT's fucking done. I mean, I'll like it because LA Knight rules, but like, you're about to lose your whole fan base if LA Knight over the three other guys. That right there, that cements this is Vince McMahon's NXT now.
Yeah.
Because he beats three of the NXT fucking like diehards right there. Which is why some people are like, oh, maybe this is a work with Samoa Joe, and this is just their way of like taking the belt off of him. Which, honestly, this company has done how many fucked up things in their lifespan. Can you really see them putting it past them to do a fake injury just to get the belt off of Joe?
No.
I mean, he doesn't specify in his video what the injury is.
No.
Which could be either because it's a work or because they don't want to state that he has a concussion. Because if he, like, broke his arm, they would have been like, oh, I fucked up my arm. They didn't do that. But I'll be tuning in. I'll be watching to see what kind of a train wreck it is. There's a title match. There's a wedding.
I hope there's a new NXT title with that new shitty logo.
I think Rick Steiner's son is debuting tomorrow night too.
Is he?
He's in the video package that they played on SmackDown. Like, he's one of the four faces that they showcase in like their new like 2.0 thing. I think the other one was that Parker Bordeaux guy who's now got a new name as well.
Yeah.
Gunner.
New Brock.
New Brock. New Steiner. I don't know. I feel like there's your next takeover world title match.
Yeah, I think either way, whoever wins this title, and if they have re-signed Pete Dunne, I feel like it will be Pete Dunne. But if he isn't locked in, then it won't be. Then maybe it is LA Knight. I see this being the last champion of the this NXT era, because this beginning of the new era is gonna be the NXT guys who have been there while they're building up the next guys, where Rick Steiner's son, the Parker Bordeaux, Gable Stevenson when he eventually comes in next year, and whatever former football players are coming in.
Yeah,
next
football players.
Baron Corbin.
Joe Gacy.
Oh my god.
Josh Briggs.
Well, we're gonna have to find out what happens with the NXT title. Soon.
Trey Baxter.
Shut up! But in just more news, the SmackDown Women's Tag Match cut out from SmackDown. I believe, wasn't it supposed to be a 6-woman?
It was supposed to be a tag match. Now, this match pisses me off for two reasons.
Yeah.
One, poor Zelina Vega.
Obviously.
On a whole show designed to honor 9/11, we leave off the woman whose entire outside of the goddamn wrestling thing is about supporting 9/11 workers and survivors because her dad died in it.
Exactly.
In her home, I believe she's from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
doesn't get to be on TV.
Nope.
And then the real thing that pisses me off is fucking Toni Storm was supposed to be in that match. And now we are 8 weeks into her not having a match since her first and only SmackDown match.
Yep.
They mess everyone up.
They build her up for 3-4 weeks of video packages as a match on the SmackDown with the whole Rolling Loud thing, which was like, oh, this makes sense. The fucking Rock show. And you get the rock stars, women's wrestler, and Toni Storm. She has a pretty okay match with Zelina. It feels like, okay, maybe this will be a feud. Next week's not on. Continuously not on. Then she's finally on in a weird backstage segment with Dolph Ziggler, and she's like, wants to fuck Rick Boogs or some shit. And then she's just not on TV again. Fuck this company. How could I ever get into something? God damn it.
When everything is like almost immediately taken away or changed or made different to match what a fucking 72-year-old man or 70-plus-year-old man thinks is works nowadays.
Start pushing fucking Shotzi and Tegan, and you think, oh wow, they're gonna win the SmackDown Women's Tag Titles. That match just never happens, and now they're like backstage making fun of Paul Heyman.
They beat the champions, I think, 3 times in non-title matches. Never got a single title match.
No, instead Natty's on like Raw fighting Charlotte and shit. Fucking A, man.
The amount of tone death.
Oh, that
of this
also, if I'm not mistaken, since the end of August, there has not been a single women's match on SmackDown for like 3 weeks.
What?
There's been
That's
women's.
awful.
There's since the Fatal 4-Way match after SummerSlam. There has not been a women's match on SmackDown.
That's ridiculous.
We were gonna get one this week, but Edge and Seth were like, "No, we gotta go like 10 minutes over, bro." And that women's match came. It was supposed to be Selena and Carmella against Bianca and Toni Storm.
Oh,
And they just so also Carmella, also in her home state, she doesn't get to be on TV. Women empowerment.
fucking awful.
But Becky
Grace,
had a
Saudi Arabia's coming up, so it's all good.
No! Yeah, I can't wait for them to crown the queen and king of the Saudi Arabia.
All right.
I can't wait for Mansoor to be king of the ring.
All right. Well, if there's anyone who is as sick of the WWE's antics as we are, it seems to be one Mick Foley, because he was also in the news this week.
Okay, I feel so bad for Mick Foley.
What happened? Did I miss something?
No, what we're talking about. Mick Foley goes on to Facebook in like the nicest way possible and is just like, "Hey W, get your shit together."
Exactly.
And what is the response he gets? WWE fucking hates him now, and they fucking hate his guts, and he should drop dead and go away, and you're never invited to any WWE shows again.
See, yeah.
Great way to treat Mick Foley, who's like one of the like legit nicest guys who just wants everybody to succeed.
So obviously everything Mick said was the truth. I mean, he was very polite about it, but it was the truth.
Yes.
But it's not the first time he has dared to be critical of the company, and they've gotten mad at him or whatever. Like, I mean, he knew, and I'm glad he said something, because he said whatever the fuck.
Well, somebody needs to say it, not Booker T.
Well, what needs to happen? Because I don't know if it'll mean anything. But the Mick Foley thing, it got trending. People were we're talking about it, and a lot of media was talking about it. So, but it can't just be Mick. It has to be other prominent names. Like, obviously, the guys in the current roster aren't going to, because they don't.
Yeah, but if you notice, like, a lot of the legends won't say anything because they like their cushy Legends deal contract. Guess who doesn't have one of those? Mick Foley.
Yeah, well, that's like it came out like that's like an unspoken rule. Like, the legends aren't supposed to speak bad. Like,
that's why, like, Booker T goes and says stupid shit on fucking his podcast.
Yeah. what I would love, this would really be huge, and I think it's actually possible he could do it, is if Stone Cold Steve Austin said something. Because Steve Austin has been critical of WWE in the past. It's tough because he's working with them right now, but if he said something similar, I mean, they can't just cut off Stone Cold Steve Austin. So
no, I agree. I'm waiting for the day like an Austin or a Taker or even fucking Cena.
Cena went on. Well, he wasn't critical, but he did go on to state like, man, I wish that they could like fucking clone, more of me, so that way I could have something to give, so they could have me forever. Because at this point, it doesn't seem like they're interested in building up, anyone to like my level or whatever.
Yeah, he wants them to invest in like new and young, and he's like, they aren't.
Like Batista's been critical. Kevin Nash has been sort of critical. But like, yeah, they need like a big, like they need like an Austin to just be like, hey guys, the fuck you doing? Look, it's people have been talking about it, and I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, but I feel like, maybe in like a year, two, maybe not a year, but like 2, 3, 4 years, there could come a day where that glass shatters in a different company.
I don't think that happens.
You say a lot of things, but like, I don't know, man. If
I think it's possible. Like Austin may say something. I think it's possible I think it's possible he could like maybe not end, but suspend his relationship with the company because he's done it before. I just don't. I could just see him being like, I'm not going to work with another company. I'm just going to do my own thing. And then wait until WWE calls back and says, hey, we need you.
If that company is getting sold, because there were rumors this week about Disney again, and obviously Peacock and all that, if these companies come in, they are going to strip this thing even further down than it already exists. I feel like a person like Austin would never fly in a Disney-owned WWE.
Well, here's now. I don't actually believe that Disney is going to buy WWE. Let me put that out there. But I think it's more likely it's going to be NBC Universal.
I do it too. But even then, in an NBC Universal, I can't see somebody like Austin working for somebody that's not Vince.
Well, I also don't think that the McMahons are going to be out of WWE when the sale is made. Like, I think that they'll be the new owners, and they will keep the McMahons on as in a similar position. Just there will be an organization above them, and they could obviously replace the McMahons at any time. But I think at least at first they're going to do it because of familiarity, and there's no one in their business that would know wrestling. They would like, oh, we're going to keep the McMahons or Triple H or whoever. At first, at least. Down the road, we'll see.
But yeah, like Mick Foley gets fucking attacked. He's just trying to. But here's the thing, and this goes back to the whole Legends deal thing. Booker T then on his podcast agrees with Mick Foley, but nobody says a damn thing about that because he works for them. But Mick Foley, who doesn't work for them anymore, just makes the appearances when they ask for it, gets attacked.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening? This company is literally building a military of fans to just attack anything that is negative. But if somebody within the company makes something negative, we don't address it. We don't talk about it. Let them, they're a legend. He can say what he wants.
Well, what's their new motto? Is it like criticism isn't conversation or like that?
Yeah, it's like, that's fucking stupid. everything in life needs to be criticized, because if you don't criticize it, it can never grow and get better. It stays stale and it stays stagnant, and that's what's happening with this damn company. And even then, at this point, I don't even think they care.
Oh no, they don't. I just saw something yesterday, and it took the ticket sales from every single WrestleMania, and they compared it to like 2 years of Saudi Arabian shows, and all the WrestleMania shows didn't even surpass. Like, they made more money in 2 years of Saudi Arabia than, what is it, 36, 37, however many WrestleManias they've done. So
let's sell the company to Saudi Arabia.
They might.
Then watch how many people leave.
What did Nick Khan say? He said, "Oh yeah, what's your offer?"
Nick Khan said he'd wish SmackDown was 8 hours. This man is already fucking out of his mind.
Losing it. Absolutely losing it.
But notice what he says. Oh, I wish it was 8 hours. Not because I want to watch 8 hours of good wrestling. It's because,
money.
That gives us commercials, which gives us money. Notice how every other wrestling company is like, yeah, obviously we need money, but we can't get the money unless people aren't watching our wrestling. Where WWE, it's like, no, we don't give a shit about the wrestling. We just want them to be watching the show, and then we get money because they watch the fucking Domino's commercial.
See, it's going to be very interesting. So in 2 years or 3 years or whatever, when WWE and AEW are up for TV contracts, because obviously WWE they do have better ratings than AEW. That's just true, but there's not that big of a difference, and AEW is getting paid way less by TNT at the moment. So these TV networks are going to go, so I can pay a television show that is, has a lot of momentum and is catching up to you guys, and pay them way less instead of you, who's going down and worth way more. That's going to be an interesting time.
You look at you look at Warner, like, in a general. They are like in love with AEW. In love with this company. To the point where, like, every week with these ratings come out, they send out a press release letter. USA ain't doing that. Fox ain't doing that. But Warner is. Warner's like, yeah, no, we fucking love this shit. We love that CM Punk's back. We love everything about it. We love it so much that we're going to take you off of this station and put you on a station that has even more houses that can view you, which means even more people will come and watch. And then when your contract's up, maybe we slide you an extra few fucking $1,000 or however much it is, and get that budget a little bit more, and you keep fucking running with that train. Where USA and Fox are being like, why do we keep getting shafted? I mean, USA especially are all like, the fuck, bro? They have Brock and Becky and Roman, and what the hell do we got?
Well, did you see that? I don't know if you guys had this on here, but Fox wanted WWE. They wanted them to bring in Punk, and they said, "Oh no, he's too much money." Oh, we'll help you out. No, we don't want
it. No, we don't want it. Like, what the fuck?
Fox was like legitimately pissed.
I really think Fox. God, if they re-sign SmackDown, they're the biggest idiots in the world.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, cool. They popped up 2.3 or whatever it was on this last SmackDown. Again, that's one show. You're not gonna have Brock there every week. You're not gonna have Edge and Seth Rollins every week. You're not gonna be in MSG every week. Like, the ratings matter. When people bring up the ratings about the WWE, it's not because, like, oh, AEW is just consistently getting millions and millions of views. It's because it's consistently giving you a show that matters. WWE is like, all right, we'll pop a rating this week, and we just won't follow up after that. We'll just wait until we start sucking again, and then we'll pop another quick rating.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the lowest rating this year for Raw is like a 1.6. And Dynamite just did a 1.5. That is only 1 million away from tying a Raw episode.
I'll make a...
That's not scary? Like, come on.
It should be for them, but they don't care. I'll make a bold prediction. When all this talk about sales and all, when their TV deals are up, the company will be sold to NBC Universal, Fox won't renew, and SmackDown will move to NBC Main. and then they'll go from there. And then we'll see. But I think next time TV deals are up, there's going to be a huge. That's when the sale goes down.
Oh, I said before on here, I wouldn't be surprised if like Raw gets moved to the main NBC show, and they throw SmackDown on the Peacock.
I don't see that because they put SmackDown in this Fox spot and everything. So, like, I think now the TV networks would see SmackDown as the acquisition.
I mean, USA is eventually going to have to just have a backbone and be like, no, we're done.
USA will never.
Well, then they can't keep. But then, like, they need to just shut up because, like, they're constantly always like, we're getting fucked over by you guys, but they don't do anything about it.
There's not much they can do. I mean, well, there is, but if WWE ever left USA Network is dead.
No, I mean they got Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Yeah, but they're never going to be in the top.
No,
top
absolutely not.
And all that. So, and
WWE knows that. What's gonna happen when they are on USA and they start not being in the top 10?
That'll be an interesting conversation. I don't know when we'll get there, but when we do, and I do say when,
yeah,
it'll be an interesting time.
So I think, is there only like one more thing left?
Well, pretty much.
And then you're gonna talk about ROH that none of us saw.
Yes. So that way we get to our final segment.
Brian Cage.
Fucking Cage. Let's talk about
I know Sean's been excited about this one.
Yeah.
So, Melissa Santos, who
went all Rebby Hardy on Twitter,
is Brian Cage's wife, was very critical about the booking of Brian Cage. Pretty much feels like he has been underused, undervalued. Hell, says he should pretty much be the next the AEW's version of Brock Lesnar and just going through dudes. Like that's how big of his value Cage is to AEW. And at first, people just thought, oh, it's Twitter ramblings, his wife saying things but no. Apparently Cage feels this way as well. And apparently he has made this perfectly clear that he feels undervalued. So,
well, I want to make it very clear that Mr. Brian Cage, because of all this fallout, Twitter did its Twitter thing and found some stuff out about Mr. Brian Cage.
Oh, God.
Stuff I'm not very surprised to find out.
No, not very surprising. Give me 1 second. I will pull up the list of things that were found out about Mr. Brian Cage.
I'm kind of scared now. I didn't prepare for this.
You should be, but like, if anyone has followed Cage's social media at all over the years, you won't be that surprised.
Okay.
Yes, Brian Cage, apparently an avid anti-vaxxer.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which some people have stated that might be the reason why he's not on TV, is because he's not vaxxed.
Oh my God.
Which, when that came out, really kind of signaled in my head why that Punk segment happened. Because, again, that segment happened before this all blew up. And initially, like a lot
Arthur
of...
Ashe.
What?
Because he can't do Arthur Ashe because they got the vaccine mandate.
Yeah, exactly. And they were very adamant, like that in that segment. It really felt like, all right, Punk is now feuding with Team Taz. Brian Cage hasn't been seen since the Hobbs match. So people are saying, oh well, that might be the situation. What other situation is there? Oh, how about the possibility that he is also anti-BLM? People found a video of him replicating the Booker T WCW promo with the word and all.
Mm-hmm.
You know a promo. You know a promo.
I know what you're talking about. Like how recent are we talking here?
In the past few years.
Oh, great.
So once Melissa was like, my guy needs to be on a TV. He has the best charisma, which is already bullshit. Everybody on Twitter was like, all right, bet, give us a fucking few minutes. And all of this kind of flooded.
Oh, boy.
Also, people are saying that it might also due to the fact of his existing relationship with one Tessa Blanchard and one Joseph Ryan.
Yep.
And as we've heard about Tessa in the past weeks, she is nuclear to AEW and the W. So, a lot of things not in Brian Cage's favor.
You think?
See, Brian Cage's, whoever his support system is,
sucks.
They did not advise him well. Now, I did not know before this last week everything, but like I said, I wasn't that surprised because if you follow his social media a little bit, you'll see he might think some problematic things. I'm not going to say anything too political, but if you look up a certain gimmick he did when he was in Mexico, it's not so much of a gimmick. And I was like, this guy's got to be careful, because if he pisses off the wrong people, there's going to be things that can be exposed about him. And he obviously, like you said, he's friends with, like, very publicly friends with Tessa, and that's tough right now. But there's a lot of people who are publicly friends with Tessa. The Joey Ryan thing, though, is like that's so bad, because Tessa, maybe someone has the opinion, like, maybe things are wrong, maybe she's changed, whatever. Joey Ryan's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
And at this stage, I don't think it should be controversial to say, like, if you're a friend of Joey Ryan anymore, there's something fucking wrong with you.
Here's the thing. Not only that, but Joey Ryan is currently also heavily associated with Drake Younger.
Yep.
Which means probably Brian Cage has hung out with Drake Younger. And I feel like their opinions probably are very similar.
Yeah.
So it's at least in the Tessa sense, she's been very quiet about everything. She just posts workout videos and like that she's training people. Fine. She's not like going to like Florida, state meetings being like, masks are the enemy. We got to get rid of the 5G vaccination. Or Joey Ryan, who sexually assaulted multiple women and then
continues to stir shit up.
Continues to stir shit up, and then claims that he found God thanks to Drake Younger.
God. That's a whole thing. And I won't go into all that because we'll be all over the place.
Yeah, we'll be here forever. But like just, I don't know, man.
Brian Cage, obviously nothing has happened for now. But now there is baggage attached to Brian Cage.
Mm-hmm.
And he is potentially being a problem for the company. I don't know his contract status, but that's probably not going to motivate the company to want to keep him on. And especially if they're making all these, everyone talks about, well, what guys are going to leave AEW, whether they go to WWE or elsewhere, and with all these new sign-ins, that even before this, I thought, I was like, maybe Brian Cage, but now I definitely think it could happen. And I think we should take a look of Brian Cage's horrible booking since arriving in AEW. He won his first match.
Mm-hmm.
He dominated. He got a world title match right away. Now he did lose, but only because Taz threw in the towel and he was protected. Then he worked him and Ricky worked with Darby for a while, and he gave Sting his first bump. He wrestled in Sting's first match back, which he was not pinned. Ricky Starks was involved with in the finish for that one. Cage is protected.
Mm-hmm.
Cage beats Hangman Adam Page, the man who's very likely the next AEW World Champion and was beating everyone on the roster at the time. Cage beats him. Now Hangman does get his win back, but only because Team Taz distracts Brian Cage.
Yep.
Brian Cage, he loses the FTW World title, thanks to interference from Team Taz. And sounds like he's pretty protected.
He's been.
And then they think, oh, you know what the smart thing is? Let's turn him face.
God,
because Brian Cage is such a great baby face.
I hated his Impact run. I thought it was so boring. I knew him as a babyface was going to be bad, and they did it. This guy is a charisma vacuum. He is not good. Ricky Starks is either getting cheered or getting mixed reactions. He who, by the way, is the heel in their feud.
Yeah.
And in Cage, it's not even so much like he's getting he's just getting okay, there's Brian Cage. Like, he might throw someone and they're like, oh, that's cool. But that's it. It's tough because at the time I was like, man, maybe they should turn Ricky babyface. I get why they went the way they did, but if things smooth over, I think they're going to just have to turn Cage back to being a heel after this feud is done.
If he's still with the company.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know if Cage and Ricky Starks have been tweeting at each other throughout today, and they've been incorporating basically this whole thing into their feud. And I mean, Ricky Starks has just been destroying the guy. And it's like, if they do get them in the ring to do a promo, because Ricky Stark's like, hey, yeah, we should have a match. Let's have a debate.
Oh, he's gonna get ripped.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad, which is why I hope they do it, because AEW has given Brian Cage opportunities. They've treated him very well. I don't think he should really be much higher on the card than he is. If he improves his promos, then maybe. Until then, he shouldn't. And if he doesn't like it and he refuses to work on his shit, well, when his contract is up, consider your options elsewhere.
He can go to the W.
Yeah. They want big guys, right?
They like big guys who have troubled backgrounds. They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him in.
And then I won't have to watch him anymore.
It was great for all of us. Nothing lost there.
No, but I probably still have to go watch him at VXS shows.
Yeah. After this, I doubt it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know what's bad? I made a tweet about this, and obviously, a lot of the Hook stuff is people joking around, right? Or they just want to fuck Hook. It's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
But Hook, at least every week, he will do almost nothing, but everyone's talking about him. Brian Cage does not get talked about the same way, and Brian Cage actually wrestles on the show.
Yeah, Brian Cage does everything.
That's horrible. He was the worst member of Team Taz.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be the top guy of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since the Darby stuff, I just feel like he just nothing ever again. He just died.
Did you see it circulated the promo, Ricky Stark's first promo he cut with Team Taz on Dynamite? And he was like, this was the moment that Brian Cage knew it was over or whatever. Mm-hmm. And because Ricky Starks came in with all the personality in the world, and Brian Cage had nothing. He would say, "Who better?"
You don't need a Brian Cage when you have a powerhouse Hobbs.
Exactly. Hobbs, who I think is already better than Brian Cage.
Or they should have just kept Brian in the group and just had him and Hobbs be a tag team. I don't know why that wasn't the decision. And now Ricky's the leader, and everybody plays along. Instead, turn him babyface. Brian Cage gets 0 fucking babyface heat. And now look. And God, I really don't want to see Punk and Brian Cage in a tag team match. This is not what I want in my life. I don't want to see poor CM Punk have to deal with Brian Cage. It's like he's gonna get like Ryback flashbacks.
Well, at least he won't be wrestling him, and he may be teaming with him, so you won't have to bump for him.
Yeah.
Ryback coming back to wrestling, possibly.
Hopefully
not.
Yeah, please, no. But yeah, fuck you, Cage. Alright, with that, that's all for the...
Hold on!
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Hold on!
Fucking go.
I want to make...
All you ever fucking do is cut me off!
Yes, I know, that's the beauty of our show. I would like to quickly make, my usual indie spotlight of what you could be expecting in the coming week and weekends and other things that have happened. One of the bigger stories so far this week, Bobby Fish signing with MLW. Sahaya was not very excited about that for some reason.
Hey, good for Bobby. It's a MLW. I'll give it this. People are actually talking about the promotion, so he's going to a place that has a bit of something going for it right now. It's not like he's signed
he will be
with the
taking
NWA.
part. Oh, that's true. He will. Bobby Fish will be a part of this year's Opera Cup. So that's cool.
Cool.
He'll be making his debut in Philadelphia. Also, this past weekend, AJ Gray won the West Coast Pro World Championship in what I heard was a very intense match. So congratulations to the motherfucking truth, AJ Gray. And then speaking of AJ Gray, his main home promotion, that of Game Changer Wrestling, this weekend will be putting on a show in Los Angeles. GCW presents Highest in the Room, a card that just is kind of bonkers. Jordan Oliver and Alex Zane, he'll be making his return to GCW. We also have comedian Ron Funchins will be fighting Tony Deppen. Shout outs. James Corden sucks, but shout outs to his show. GCW was on late night TV. That's insane to me that there was GCW footage on a late night TV mainstream program. Ron Funchins cut a promo on Tony Deppen live on TV. You don't know how happy that makes me. GCW is going places. So expect that. A match that I think Zahaya is very much probably going to somehow find a way to watch. Jacob Fatu and Chris Dickinson are fighting.
Yeah, baby.
Too Cold Scorpio and Effie are fighting. And, of course, the real big one from this show, Minoru Suzuki and Jonathan Gresham.
I gotta fucking watch that match. It's not even a case.
Yeah, and of course, they also just sold out their New York show, Get Lost a Lot. That's the second of their 2 back-to-back shows. Emo Fight, which will be happening the night beforehand, has not sold out just yet, but it's getting there. Some big names announced for that show as well. So GCW continuing to be the... Oh, and also officially announced, it is confirmed Jon Moxley and Nick Gage will fight for the GCW World title October 9th in Atlantic City, New Jersey for a GCW Fight Club. There will be a Jersey Championship Wrestling show that'll take place earlier in that night beforehand. So, yeah, keep an eye out for your independent wrestling. It's the backbone of our industry, and without them, there is no future. That is your indie spotlight for the week.
Yay. Well, now that that's out of the way, we can now go on and talk about Death Before Dishonor. Ring of Honor had a...
You mean you will talk about it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw 2 matches on the whole thing, and one of them you didn't even watch.
Yeah, it's on the fucking pre-show.
It was a Rumble.
Why would I care?
Because it's a Rumble. Danhausen was in it. Very good, very evil.
Oh my god.
Love that Danhausen. You see, if
the only thing I saw is, well, actually, I didn't watch any of the show, but I saw a couple things. I saw Jake Atlas wrestled. They should sign him.
He lost that match.
He
Yeah,
did,
we'll talk about
but
that.
they
to Tyler Rust.
Taylor.
Whatever. Taylor Rust?
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah,
was that not the NXT guy?
Yeah, that was the NXT guy.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, Sahaya, you see, if you don't watch the Rumble on the pre-show, then Danhausen can't make all of his money. Give Danhausen money.
No.
Give Danhausen money.
I don't think I will.
Honestly, the only real story, it was a Rumble, a bunch of the undercard guys, there were some fun spots. But the real big story was Alex Zane showed up as the 16th entry and won the Honor Rumble and will have a future title shot on TV for the world title. That's awesome because Alex Zane is amazing.
Especially
and if you haven't watched Alex Zane, do yourself a fucking favor and do so.
Especially considering who he could possibly go up against.
And the fact that he was just let go from the W, so he's already getting a world title shot in ROH is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
A pretty damn good reaction too from this crowd on his win. Besides that, I watched nothing else but the women's match. So have fun.
All right. First match, we got fucking Dalton Castle and Eli Ism.
Ooh, Jism.
All right, so this one is basically stemming back from the first Ring of Honor pay-per-view we watched. Dalton Castle was teaming up. Shut up! Was teaming up with Eli Ism and Dak Draper. And while it seems like Draper and Castle are teaming with each other, I think Eli has finally had enough. To be fair, I watched this match. I thought it was a pretty alright contest, considering that I'm not even that big of a fan of Dalton Castle. He did some really cool suplexes that looked great. Eli got to show off a bit, did a bunch of crazy dives. The thing with Castle, though, is that he is just completely stuck at this point. He's still doing his gimmick where he's like a peacock and he's got the boys with him. And it's just there's no direction for Castle. So it goes on, Castle is Eli's running rampant. He takes out the boys. He goes after Castle. Dalton tries to hit him with the bangarang, couldn't get it. Eli rolls him up almost for a 3 count. Referee gets distracted by Draper. Castle then hits Eli with the bangarang, gets the victory. Pretty alright match to start off the show. Second match, we got Taylor Rust against Jake Atlas. I think both of these men... I know Atlas had a return match onto the independent scene with Effie, a week before this.
Yeah, no, I do think this is Taylor Rust's first match back.
He sucks.
I didn't watch the match, so I didn't care for him in NXT really either.
This match was awful.
Oh.
I think Jake got hurt near the end of the match because he was just not in it. You could tell that Taylor was trying to rush to do something to find a way to put in this match, because I think Atlas might have got concussed or something. But the ending was just an absolute mess. I don't even remember what Russ did in order to beat Atlas, but he got the victory. Unfortunate, because I think Atlas is very good. I don't know much about Russ, so I couldn't say, but in this match, he didn't really impress me. But in a match that...
Sean is a big supporter of Jake Atlas.
I am. He's very good. WB, I mean, he's a very good wrestler. He's also, I think, an incredible asset from from a business and PR perspective. Like, he speaks very well, and I think would bring in business that other people wouldn't be able to bring in. And he's not the most he's not the greatest talker in the world, like wrestling promo wise. So maybe that's his weak area, but otherwise he's great. I'm just hoping an ROH or an Impact, maybe, or an MLW or somewhere like that hires him, because I think he would get lost in the shuffle in the AEW.
Yeah, I think that if he's planning on wrestling more with Ring of Honor, he'll do fine. He'll do better, but hopefully what he got hit with wasn't very serious. But in a match that was very good, was probably the best match up to this point. Violence Unlimited of Chris Dickinson, Homicide, and Tony Deppen took on the team of Walters. John Walters, who's a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion. LSG, and Lee Moriarty, who just signed with AEW. This was a pretty, they pretty much promoted this match as, Violence Unlimited wanted to take on the best pure wrestlers out there, so they got one of its past, which was Walters, the present, which is LSG, and the future, which was Lee Moriarty. So, they're doing their thing. Walters looked especially good, considering he hasn't been around for a long time. He pulled out a double Muda lock on, I believe it was Homicide and Dickinson at one point. Lee Moriarty and Deppen just were, completely off the rails. They were the best parts of this match, easily. Lee Moriarty had a fucking awesome hot tag. He did a side Russian leg sweep into a suicide dive into the fucking springboard clothesline at one point, which was sick. LSG was there. Yeah, I believe Violence by Unlimited got the victory. I think Homicide hit a cop killer or something. They get the victory. And after that, Jay Lethal comes out, pointed out that he was not on the show, but he then went on to put over the entire Ring of Honor roster and Ring of Honor as a whole, because this is where the future lies. This is where guys like AJ Styles came from, Alex Shelley, Samoa Joe. This is where the main stars of wrestling get their start, and it's where it always will be. So
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Hey! You don't know.
Name me one ROH person that they've made in the last 5 years.
Look.
That they made.
Look, Eli, I'm just saying, don't sleep on this Eli is in person. Also, they've got, the people in Shane Taylor's promotions. They've got a bunch of upside to them. Fucking Ring of Honor is not lost just yet, alright?
Well, I mean, after what kind of got announced, I don't know what's going on with Ring of Honor.
Well, okay, we'll get to that. But after that, we get another really good match. The OGK of Matt Taven and Michael Bennett took on the Briscoes, Jay and Mark. These two teams have probably worked 1,000 times before, but they haven't worked in a while. So this one felt kind of new and fresh, which was great because they worked very well with each other. They pulled off a lot of cool stuff. Taven especially, he was doing moonsaults. He was really showing off here. And I know in the past I've given Bennett a lot of shit. A lot of shit. But it really seems like in the year of 2021, he's trying to be a legit high-ranking profile professional wrestler. So I will give credit where credit is due on that, because I wouldn't feel right for me to just constantly shit on him and not acknowledge when he's trying to get better.
Also, shout outs to BSB.
Yeah, there's a big Billy Starks brand flag right in the hard cam, right there in the hard cam.
Mike Bennett, of course, BSB branded.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter. I saw the GIF of that, that's the same flag that I have. Just right there in the front row. That made me very happy. So, at least there was that.
So they're going back and forth. The match ends with everybody's taking. Mark takes out Taven. Jay tries to go for the Jay Driller. Mark took out Bennett, and then Jay tried to hit Taven with the Jay Driller. Taven counters it, rolls up. Jay for the 3 count. The OGK get a victory. And it looks like they might be moving forward to a possible OGK ROH tag team title shot in the future.
Now, Sean, I know in the past you were also sort of critical of Mike Bennett. Have you watched any of his stuff lately since leaving the Fed?
I haven't seen really much. What did I see? I think I saw him at might have been Best in the World. But I like Mike. I like Mike Bennett. I thought he was really good in Impact. And I think I've read a lot that he's had some really good matches in the last couple months with Ring of Honor. So kudos to him.
If there's just a quick recommendation, like his match with Gresham was probably, again, I said on the podcast, like the best singles match he's ever had, and he really gave it to fucking Gresham in that match. And speaking of Gresham, ROH Pure Championship on the line as Gresham took on Josh Woods. Now, this match was a bit controversial because on one hand, these guys were just the whole professional wrestling aspect of this was like top notch, very, very ground based, very, very good stuff. However, there's a point where the referee really seemed to become the third man in this match, because every single time that these guys would get in the ropes and the referee would just like sometimes employ the rules and sometimes he wasn't, I think that confused people, and the crowd really, the ref got on the crowd's nerve from what it seemed like, because they gave that dude a lot of shit and some of it took away from the match. I also think like the double pin at the 11-minute mark could have been booked a little bit better. But that's neither here or there. They restart the match, obviously, because Gresham's like, fuck that. No, we're not ending the match like that. So they go at it for like another 9 minutes. Gresham tries to put him away with elbows at one point. I don't know what the move was. I think it was like a belly-to-belly or something like that. Josh hits him with... Gresham had both of his shoulders off of the mat, but the referee counted anyway until he stopped. And that confused people again, and more people got on his ass. The end of the match where it looked like Gresham had him in like a Kimura lock. Josh turns it. It looked like he was going to hit him with a tombstone pile driver, but then proceeds to go back.
Yeah, this I saw. This was fucking nuts.
Go back with Gresham and hits him with the German suplex. I was almost for certain that John was going to land on his neck. Or the back of his head.
I've never seen a German suplex out of a tombstone before. This was very dangerous looking. I watched that GIF at least 10 times to be like, did that really happen? But Gresham looked like he was okay.
So he held his head, because thank God if he didn't, I'd be very worried. But yeah, Jonathan Gresham drops the Pure title to fucking Josh Woods. And at first, I will admit that I was a bit upset at this, because Gresham, really, Woods? Really? This man had a fucking underwhelming match with, who was it? Silas on the last pay-per-view, and now he's pure champion? Like, come on. But, considering what happens in the main event, I'm willing to look past it. I still don't think he should hold the belt for that long, but we'll see what happens. Then we get a pretty underwhelming 6-man tag team match for the tag team titles. Shane Taylor Promotions. It was supposed to be Khan and Moses and Shane Taylor against Dragon Lee, Kenny King, and LBDL. I think they called him La Bestia del Ring. But Kenny takes out Shane before the match even begins. The problem with this match is that nobody except for Dragon Lee was known. People are still trying to... People, I think, like Khan and Moses, but they don't know much about him. O'Shea Edwards, they said this was his first pay-per-view match ever, so that didn't really help. There were still some cool spots. Moses did like a cannonball senton. Dragon Lee's still doing Dragon Lee shit, like he's doing the crazy ass dives and the knees and stuff like that. Kenny King sucks. But he gets his justice there. Shane Taylor comes out of nowhere. He bashes him in the head with the steel chair, and the Shane Taylor Promotions win. And it also
King needs to shut the fuck up on Twitter.
Yeah. He needs to shut the fuck up in general.
I can't wait for the ROH WWE deal.
Oh, God. Ugh. But after that, we get on to a match that you actually watched, Adam.
I did, because I was, I will state it here, I don't know if you remember, but when we went over the bracket the first time around, I think CJ was on the show with us. We went over the bracket of when the tournament got announced.
No, it was Hakeem.
Was it Hakeem when we did the bracket?
Yeah.
Then I think we talked to CJ. Oh, because CJ kept talking about the fucking Sumi Sakai match.
Yes.
I said that I would not be surprised if the finals were Roxy and Miranda Alizé. And to fucking my pleasure, it was.
Yeah, you called it.
I did call it. I was legitimately surprised that it wasn't Angelina Love and Allison Kay. I felt like that was the ROH way to go. Instead, they gave it to the two young girls. The winner, spoiler, the youngest of 19 years old.
I was bewildered when they told me that.
19-year-old wins a World Women's Championship on a major platform like Ring of Honor. So that's cool. I do believe she's also the youngest Ring of Honor champion ever. Like, a champion in Ring of Honor. So that's also pretty cool. And this match was pretty damn fucking cool.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because these two girls have wrestled countless times beforehand, because they both grew up in the exact same promotion, that being Booker T's Reality of Wrestling down in Texas, which you can catch. It's on YouTube, which is how I was introduced to both of these ladies. And I knew, okay, there's definitely some future here for both of them. I thought Miranda might have won, mainly because she has the age experience and she's been around, I feel like, a few years longer than Roxy has. But them giving it to the young blood, I thought was a really cool move. And these two just had a damn good wrestling match.
So, I thought that this was a pretty good finals match. I thought, they were kind of struggling near the beginning of it, but towards the end, or the middle and the end, I think they finally got into it. They found their groove.
This crowd was hot.
Yeah, they were very much in favor of Roxy in this one.
So that was also really nice to see.
One thing I've noticed about Roxy's moveset, and this isn't a thing about her character, just her moveset, is she's got, it seems like she takes inspirations from both, I would say, Sasha and Alexa a bit.
Well, she's 19 years old.
That's probably why you fucking love her.
Well, I'm not a big Sasha fan. When have I ever said that?
You have Alexa.
I'm not biased.
Fucking Alexa shit. Come on.
I do. I love everything she does. I love Charlie and...
No, not Lily.
I love Lily. I like that she just gimmick snatched away from the Fiend. Glitter, glitz, sparkle, bliss. Anyway.
God. So this match, I thought, like, again, kind of struggled near the beginning. They really got into it. Of course, Roxy gets the win. She gets the big celebration. I was shocked that they would actually put it on, the less experienced one. But no, they're really going in on Roxy. And I think Ring of Honor might have a little something here with Roxy if they play their cards right. It'd be a big...
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Big part of this, helping this women's division.
You want to go and watch a good Roxy match on the independent scene, it's on YouTube right now. Because it's two of my favorites, but Roxy and Billy Starks, they had a very good match. So you can go watch that. Go watch two people that are younger than you, and they're doing more than you have. I'm here on a fucking podcast, and, one of them's a world champion, the other one has her own fucking brand, but whatever.
Hey, we could get our own brand soon.
Oh, that'd be amazing. And then I can, if I could get, the BSB to, sponsor or some shit. Ooh, that'd be cool.
And now for our main event.
Yeah, main event.
Bandito went on to face Brody King, Demonic Flamita, and EC3. And
Brody King didn't win. I don't care.
Oh my God, you are awful. Bandito has been a perfectly fine babyface world champion.
What has he done?
He won this match. He won this match!
Oh, wow.
And now he gets to have possibly two high-profile matches with not just Gresham, but with Alex Zane as well.
In front of nobody.
Would you give them a break?
No, because, cool, bigger one,
just...
main event looks like it was whatever, but...
Alright, to give a full break, it looks like this Death Before Dishonor show is probably going to be the last show in front of crowds for the rest of 2021.
They have Final Battle coming out, and they're not going to have a crowd?
That is what it's looking like.
Do you think there's a chance, I like this to Sean as well, do you think there's a chance ROH goes completely crowdless from this point going forward?
I mean, at least I could see for next while, because they're the one company that's been pretty conscious of things happening in the world. So I think it really depends on trends and how this winter goes.
It's definitely a wait and see process, but
I just think
it looks
weird.
Like it just looks like they're not. They are very worried about the Delta variant, which is everybody should. At this point,
no, I mean I get that, but if you, the reason I bring it up is obviously real life reasons, probably being the main concern. But if you notice the way that they were doing TV without the crowd, they were able to really do the wrestling aspect a lot better, which seems to be what a lot of the people in the back are really pushing for, is ROH is going to go back to being the wrestling show and not having to do a bunch of crazy shit and act to the crowd gives them more of a reason to do pure wrestling and all that other jazz. And maybe the crowd just isn't reacting that well, which I don't know. I mean, when I watched Best in the World, there were some matches where the crowd just could have fucking cared less. So I don't know. I mean, it could be the way that they do their business model going. It's weird.
If you're asking just when COVID aside, then I don't know. I think it wouldn't. You can't sustain that long term business wise. So
I don't know what their plan is, because it's just look. You want to announce, we're not doing any more fans for tapings. It's weird that Final Battle is their Mania show, and there ain't gonna be fans.
Yeah, I don't know what the protocol has been for these recent shows with fans back. And I'm not a scientist, so I don't take my word for it. But maybe maybe the way is instead of just no crowd at all, is just be really strict with the mask, because like every other wrestling company that has crowds are not strict with the mask. So maybe that could be their thing, and you can still have people and just be. And if your concern is COVID, just have security be like, oh hey, hold on, you got to have the mask up. But I don't know. I mean,
well, yeah, that's before Dishonor, I guess.
So yeah, Bandito wins. Gresham is looking to be the challenger for.
Well, how is that possible? Isn't isn't fucking Vincent next in line?
I don't. Where the hell was he?
Doesn't he show up at the end of the show with like his group of people and like they were all in white?
Did he?
He probably gets the shot between it.
Yeah, I think that.
Or they're gonna give the belt to Vincent.
No, I think the main thing is going to be Bandito and Gresham, and I think that's going to be at the next pay-per-view. However, I think that Bandito, between that time, is going to be defending the belt against both Zayn and Vincent.
Yeah, well, if they confirmed it after Zayn won the Rumble that he would be getting a future television world title shot. Not TV title, but a shot at the world title on ROH TV.
Right.
So I'm assuming probably in the next tapings that they'll be doing soon, that match will happen, and then I'll get to watch it in like 3 months because ROH has awful TV.
Yeah.
Hey, either way, whoever gets these title matches, I'm pretty convinced that Gresham's going to win the world title. So
at this point, yeah. But
before we go into, go ahead.
I was going to say, that is Death Before Dishonor. But
before we go into our final segment, there was Impact did release something.
Ooh.
Saturday, October 9th, Impact will present the return of Knockouts Knockdown, an all-women's pay-per-view special on their Impact Plus app. The only two things that have been announced so far is there will be a Monsters Ball match that will be in tribute of Daphne. And Mercedes Martinez will be competing.
Oh, nice.
So, October 9th, if you're interested, go check them out. I mean, the Knockouts division is pretty fucking stacked. That sounds like a pretty cool show to me. I'm assuming the Monsters Ball will probably involve Rosemary and Havoc in some capacity.
Nice.
But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there before we move on to our final segment, which apparently is a mystery box, and I don't know what the hell it is because I told Sean to come up. Because I said, "Hey, Sean, come up with a segment for yourself," and then Zaya's like, "Nah, bro, it's my show."
It's your fault. I had this planned out that you didn't ask me, which is on you.
The concept of our show is the guest comes up with a segment. I had told you Sean's coming on the show. You should have taken it to the extent of, all right, we're just going to come up with a segment. Instead, you going for your own business for yourself. This is why I should be the host of the show.
I think you guys might like this one.
Is it another tier list?
Oh, no. It's something completely different.
Completely different from a tier list?
Yep.
It's a list tier.
It's a top 10 list.
We're gonna tier the lists that we've already done.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna rank how well our tier lists were.
Alright. Well, Adam...
I think the WCW show that we did about the champions, I think that was better than the Impact. Like, we'll do that.
Well, Adam, you're completely wrong, because tonight we have a bit of a game show, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck did I walk into?
Hell yeah!
Did he say game show?
Yeah, the first ever Four Post Massacre game show. Live.
I'm so sorry.
And in color.
We're not even in color. You don't want to be on camera.
Tonight, with of course, I'm of course Zaya. I'm the host of tonight's special.
I know who the fuck you are already.
I want to
What
introduce
the hell?
our special contestants for tonight. On the one side, we've got Mr. What was your fucking thing again?
I am Spliff Garrison, Brian Weedman Jr., the Varsity Bongs.
The Varsity Bongs on the one side. Like, Varsity Bongs, how are you doing today? Like, what do you want to tell these lovely people in the audience here?
Get the fuck out of here.
And on the other side, we've got
Game show.
Mr. Sean Walsh.
Sean, I'm so sorry.
Sean, how are you feeling tonight? Like, how's it?
Feeling pretty good. You know, I did a lot of prep work for today's game show.
Oh, no
What
way!
the hell? What prep work? We don't even know what we're doing.
And introducing the third contestant of tonight's show. We got...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mr. Zahia Morgan. Please comment down. Thank you.
Wait, hold on a second.
Thank you, Zaya. I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to
What kind of bullshit?
Tonight is going to be a great game. A great game indeed. So
a game that you created.
Yep. So tonight we are doing the...
I feel like something's rigged.
Four Post Massacre theme song game show thing. I don't have an official title for it.
You're fucking with me.
Nope. I have set up...
We're gonna get copywritten.
Well, I'm only gonna play like 6 seconds of it.
I can't.
So I've got 3 tiers. We've got easy mode, we've got medium mode, and we've got hard mode.
You're gonna play the theme songs that you can see so that you can answer the correct answer.
No, because listen, this is how it's gonna work. I am going to give you and Sean. I'm going to play the 6 seconds of the song, and in those 6 seconds, you and Sean can answer with. Well, first you have to buzz in by saying "ding dong," and the first person to say "ding dong," if they think they know it, you can get 2 points.
Ding dong.
You can get 2 possible points. One, if you know the song title, and another point if you know the theme song in which the person or even the wrestling show it is associated with. Because I'm not just doing wrestlers theme songs. There's going to be a bit of some wrestling show theme songs as well. So you never know.
Alright, well, Sean, how are you with your fucking theme songs?
Find out, I guess.
So if let's say Adam only gets like the song title, he gets 1 point.
You can only refer to me as Spliff Garrison or Brian Weedman Jr.
If Spliff Garrison can get the song title right, he gets a point. However, if he can't get the person he's associated with, we will pass it over to Sean, and he will get that, and he'll get that opportunity. And if he gets that, he gets a point. However,
so when do we win?
However, hold on. If neither one of you can answer, either if it's like the song title or the person or the show it's associated with, then I get a point.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You just get a point?
Yeah.
What the hell? How's that fair?
Because that proves that I could stoop you.
What do I win?
You win.
Yeah, we gotta get a prize. What the fuck's the prize?
You win
a new car.
My ass, a new car.
You win my respect, Adam.
Oh, you can't put a price on that.
Yeah,
respect this.
So, are you guys ready to play?
I'm ready.
Where's my lighter? I need.
All right.
Oh my god. Well, you better play this so that we can hear it.
I will. I'm playing it straight into the microphone. First song coming up right now.
How many points do we gotta win? Wait, what's the cap here?
There are 20 songs.
20?
You can get a possible of 40 points if you get it all. If you can somehow get them all right.
Well, good luck, Sean.
Same to you.
God
Let's do
damn.
this.
All right, first song.
You said this is easy, medium, hard?
Yep.
What are we in right now? Hard?
Nope, easy.
Easy!
Yep.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Ding Dong.
All right, go.
Is it Selena Vega?
Nope.
Well.
Sean, you want to try? At least try to guess who the person is.
Fuck?
Said the boss, but that's not Sasha Banks.
Yeah, no, it ain't.
Carmella.
Nope.
All
right, so that's 2 points for me. The song is called Boss It, and it is Eva Marie's current theme song.
Oh, what the fuck? How? What the hell?
I never would have gotten that.
Never would have figured that out.
Boys, it's the playing of the game. I should also point out that when it comes to the theme song,
easy.
I want the name of the person who first used the theme song as well.
Huh?
Yep.
Easy. Oh yeah, it's an easy question. It's Eva Marie's theme song. I don't even watch Raw.
All right, next song.
What the fuck? Oh, Ding Dong.
All right, go.
That's Build a Bridge by Limp Bizkit, WrestleMania 19.
Wrong show.
No, right?
Sean, do you want to guess the show?
Had a different Limp Bizkit song.
No, you got this name of the song right. It's just the wrong show.
I thought it was 19.
I don't know, because 19 was Crack Addict.
Fuck, you're right.
I really don't know.
Can I Ding Dong again?
Nope, you only get one.
One Ding Dong.
Yep.
Can I take a guess and it won't count?
If you can get, take a guess.
Was it 18?
Nope.
Oh.
So that's 1 point for me, but that's a point for Adam.
Yeah, sweet. I'm 2 away from tying.
So it was Build a Bridge by Limp Bizkit, but
hell yeah.
But the show it was the theme for was Survivor Series 2003.
Oh, I never would have remembered that. I thought it was a Mania. All right.
Okay.
I knew the fucking song though, because I listened to Limp Bizkit quite often.
All right. Hold on. You stupid piece of shit.
It's no nookie, but.
All right. Next song.
Ding Dong.
Son of a bitch.
Go.
This Fire Burns. Randy Orton.
Yeah! Sean got it!
Damn it. God damn it.
I was trying to throw you guys off with that one.
God damn it.
Were you going to say Randy or were you going to say Punk?
I was going to say Punk.
All right. Going on to the next one.
He used it one time.
He did.
Yeah, well, first person. Them's the rules. All right, ready?
The rules. Ding Dong.
All right, go.
It's Hawkins and Ryder.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of this?
I'll give it to you. It's middle of it now, but
Oh.
I'll give you the 2. So now it is Sahaya 3, Adam 3, and Sean 2.
Gonna make me not get the fucking Ryder song right? Come on now.
Shut the hell up.
I've been a fan of him since he had one pant leg.
All right, this one only gets 1 point because I couldn't find a fucking song title name of it. But
Ding Dong.
go.
Main Event Mafia.
Yep, it is.
Isn't it not just called Mafia?
It has. It doesn't have a theme song name.
It doesn't have a name?
No. Very good. Very good. Moving
I
on.
almost, for some reason, said Doug Williams.
It is very. Doesn't his theme in TNA start almost like the same?
Yeah, like I thought that's how the British invasion was. I was like, oh, is that them? And then I was like, oh wait, no, that's fucking.
All right, next theme. All right, hold on. This is not where I wanted this to be.
That sounds awful. I don't know what that was. That
All right,
sounded like a car.
Try to take two.
What the fuck is this?
Did you guess?
What the fuck? It's definitely not a show theme.
Nope.
I don't know. Baron Corbin.
Nope.
I know it's not Baron Corbin.
I'll give a slight guess. It's a Ring of Honor theme song.
That's what I was thinking. Jimmy Jacobs?
Nope. You both give up?
Yeah, I got no idea.
All right, that's 2 points for me, which puts me at 5. The song was A Victim, A Target, and it is Roderick Strong's Ring of Honor theme song.
No, fuck Roderick.
Don't play Roderick because you didn't know the song.
Yeah, well, he was boring in ROH.
You suck.
Boring
All right.
again.
Next theme.
Ding dong.
I know the song, and God damn it.
Go, Sean.
Okay. It is WrestleMania 20.
Uh-huh.
And, oh god, the song is... Oh, fuck. I don't know the title of the song.
All right, Adam, this is for, if you want to, that's 1 point for Sean, which puts him up before, but Adam, if you want, you can get another point if you guess the show that this theme was on.
Stand up.
Oh, wait, yeah. Yes, it was.
It was?
Yeah.
Shit! Oh my god!
Step Up by Drowning Pool, WrestleMania 20.
I was like, oh, if you want to step up, be good at getting knocked down. I'm like, oh, it's got to be something like that, right?
Yep. All right.
Oh,
Good song.
whoa.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
You got past the easy tier.
Oh my, we're fucked.
Oh, that was the easy tier with Eva Marie's WWE current theme.
Shows how much you pay attention to the current product.
I don't even think I would have gotten her old theme.
I would have, because it had like a melody to it.
All right. First on the medium tier. Hold on.
Yeah, I liked Eva Marie, remember? I wanted her to succeed in NXT.
Ouch.
I did. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know this.
This sounds so familiar.
Ding dong.
Go.
Jamie Noble.
Yes.
Oh fuck. God. I have no clue what the name of the song is.
Adam, do you want to try to steal?
A redneck.
Nope. All right. I will take my point then. Puts me up at 6. Sean at 5. Adam at 4. The name of the song is Trailer Park. It is Jamie Noble's theme song.
Fuck, I was close. I said redneck.
All right. Next one.
How the fuck did you get that?
Where did I get what?
No, how did... No, get going!
All right.
What the fuck? Play it again?
Okay.
No clue.
Ding dong.
All right, go.
Is it Eddie Edwards?
Nope. Is that your final guess?
I mean, that sounds indie.
Is that your final?
Yeah. Eddie Edwards, final guess.
All right. So nobody getting it that one. All right, 2 points for me. It is Broken Bones, and it is Dean Ambrose's FCW theme song.
Is what?
It's his FCW theme song.
Oh, fuck out of here.
I did not watch FCW and never would have gotten that.
I watched FCW. I wasn't listening to the theme songs.
Well, that's your problem. Not
Fuck
mine.
out of here.
All right, next one. This is going great for me.
Get my ass. Because you picked the song!
All right.
Ding dong.
Go.
Wait, does it have to necessarily be from a show?
Yep.
Shit, because I know it's in the video game.
I know you know it's in the video game, because I know it's in the video game.
Fuck.
Do you want to at least guess the song title?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
If not, I'll go.
Fuck it, take it. You go first. I can't.
Famous.
Yep.
Fuck!
And the show, Shot in the Dark. One Night Stand 2007.
Yeah, you're damn right it was!
Oh, come on.
Or Bobby Lashley being on the post.
Alright, so that puts me at 8, Sean at 7, Adam at 4.
I just knew it was in the fucking 08 game.
It was. That's what I first thought. I was like, wait, hold on. No, it can't be.
I'm like,
Smash
wait,
versus-
are we allowed to pick video games?
No, absolutely.
Fuck.
Alright, next one.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Ding dong.
Go.
Is that the new NXT theme?
Nope.
I don't.
Alright, that's 2 points for me.
Oh.
So that was Return of the Veteran. That is Serena Deeb's AEW theme song.
Oh man. Okay. I miss Serena.
He's hurt.
She is. I know.
So how am I supposed to be listening to that theme?
She's had plenty of matches for you to recognize her theme.
I would have never thought that's how her theme went.
Alright, next one.
Okay. This sounds familiar. Why does it sound familiar? Why does that sound familiar? Why does it sound familiar?
I'm gonna take a shot.
Alright,
Ding dong.
go, Sean.
Is it Baron Corbin's theme?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Play it again.
Alright.
Thought it was Happy Corbin.
Is it TJP?
Nope. Oh, man. Man. Alright, that's another 2 points for me.
Oh, yeah.
The song is called Bushido, and it is Bushi's New Japan Pro Wrestling theme song.
Oh,
I don't listen to their music. It's always copywritten. And this isn't even the hard shit yet.
Nope.
oh God. It's been so long since I watched a Bushi match.
Cares about Bushi.
I care about Bushi. I care about all my fucking lovely LIJ stablemates.
I only cared about Sonata when he was the Grace.
I hate you. Alright, next song.
Ding dong!
Alright, go.
It's Nathan Jones.
Yep.
Toggle Road?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, 2 points for Adam.
I love that theme song.
All right.
I love the perfect whoa, 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 whoa.
So,
It's the didgeridoo, bro.
I had a feeling if anybody was going to know that song, it would have probably been you.
Fuck yeah. Nathan Jones. Where's that guy at?
He was in Mortal Kombat.
He was. You should wrestle again.
All right. Next song.
No, you want it. Everybody wants it. I want it.
Next song.
Ding dong.
Go.
Is that Roderick Strong?
No.
Ding dong.
Go.
Hello.
Is it Justin Gabriel?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
What is the name of the song? I like this song. This is not the name of the song. Master of Disaster, maybe?
No.
I don't know.
Adam,
I'm just glad I remember it's Gabriel.
Adam, you want to take a shot at the theme song name?
Defying Gravity?
No. All right. So that's 1 point for me, 1 point for Sean. All right. So the name of the song was Black or White, and it is the theme song of Justin Gabriel.
God. Such a good song.
Right.
So,
that is
is done with our medium tier list. The scoreboards
fuck me.
looking like me at 13, Sean at 8, and you at 6.
Thought I was going to do a lot better.
I thought you were going to do a lot better as well.
You're giving me fucking people's themes I've never heard of.
It's not my fault.
Where's Big Daddy V? Where's Boogeyman? Where's Heidenreich?
All cars.
So
where's Heidenreich?
It is now time for the hard tier. Jesus Christ. That was... I don't know, man. We'll see. We will definitely see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll see.
First song.
What the fuck?
I know this.
Sounds Asian.
What?
I don't think it's that.
I don't know. It sounds like a New Japan.
It's not the Rebo Man.
Ding Dong.
Go.
Is it Kamala?
Nope.
Something with some kind of investigation gimmick, I think. I don't know. I'm throwing.
You want to throw out a random name there?
No, I can't. I can't even think of who it would be.
All right. Well, that's 2 points for me. The name of the song is called Wall Street. This is IRS's theme song.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I knew the song.
I always thought he just came out to fucking Ted's theme.
Because it sounded familiar. I was like, it sounds like a early '90s theme. I remember this fucker coming out to like Raw 15th anniversary with the song.
All right, next song.
Can't give me his fucking talented son. Can't give me fucking his talented son's theme. Not the fat one, the good one.
This is the hard mode.
I would die all of the Bo Dallas stuff. Oh, that's good.
That's why they call this the hard tier.
I'm gonna be honest. I was a prick with this one.
Ding Dong.
Go.
Luther Reigns.
Nope.
I tried.
I'll give you a hint. What I just said was a hint.
Well, it doesn't matter for me now. It matters for Sean.
Yeah.
The Dicks? A Ding Dong the Dicks?
It is the Dicks.
Oh my god.
Click.
Figure out what the name of the song was.
I doubt that you would know, but is it
Dick?
Nope.
Big Dick Energy.
No. It is Raw Energy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
come on, I was close!
You know what? I will give you half a point for the energy.
Half a point!
Yeah.
Half
Look, you almost had it, which is more than I thought you were going to get.
The Dicks.
All right, next song.
Heartthrobs. Ding Dong.
Go.
Mason Ryan.
Nope.
These generic ass fucking sounding songs. Whoever comes after that song is fucking a loser.
Rick Victor? I don't know.
Rick Victor.
No, it is not Rick Victor.
Probably a fucking what jabroni has this piece of shit theme song?
All right, that's 2 more points for me. The name of the song is Slashing Wrists, Raising Prices. This is Rampage Brown's NXT UK theme song.
You're fucking kidding.
No!
Who here watches NXT UK?
See, that's why it's the hard tier, bro. That's why the hard tier.
If I gave you that song, you would have had no fucking idea.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know what.
Oh, yeah, because you're a fucking big Rampage Brown fan.
I was.
Everybody was a fan of the UK scene until the W destroyed it, and then everybody got Me Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well,
NXT UK.
on to the next one. All right, turn it up, and here we go. Anything?
Can I get a hint?
It is a show theme song.
Oh, fuck.
Uh,
Play it one more time.
All right.
Ding dong.
Go.
Is it Velocity?
Nope.
Fuck.
I'll give it a try. Is the Afterburn?
No. Dang. That's 2 more points for me.
Yeah, you're gonna win. We get it. We get it.
So this song is The Church of Hot Addiction by Cobra Starships. It is the theme song to the Great American Bash 2007.
Oh, how would... The show with Dusty and fucking Orton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley fought John Cena.
Okay. All right. Next song.
Ding dong.
Go.
Zach Kamal.
No.
I heard bongos.
It was bongos.
Not Kamal.
Sean, you want to take a stab at this?
I have no clue.
Okay. 2 points once again. This is Master of Dropkick. It is Ryusuke Taguchi's New Japan theme song.
Oh, man.
I feel like next time you need to make this one company specific.
Oh, come on! That's too easy!
Too easy! I didn't know Eva Marie!
Last Taguchi match I saw, he was showing his ass.
That's every Taguchi match!
Oh, man, it was all over the place. I was like, Taguchi. Getting old. Stop.
Alright. Last song. And a song I personally picked out. Well, I personally picked out every single song, but this one had a little bit more love to it.
I swear to God. Fucking Ding Dong.
Go.
It's St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yes. But that's not the person that it's associated with.
No, you wanted it to be fucking Doc Gallows.
True, that's alright, you got me there.
I knew it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be something fucking Doc Gallows related. God, son of a bitch.
Yeah, alright.
Well, technically, isn't it, well, I guess it depends on the version, because didn't Paul White use it?
He did use it. It's pretty much the same version, though.
Okay. I think it was a slight difference or something.
Adam didn't give me the name of the title, so Sean, if you want to take a stab at that.
Oh, jeez.
Static.
What did you say?
Static?
Nope.
I'm just gonna say Massacre.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It is Massacre.
Aw, for fuck.
Alright, so the final standings, we have Mr. Adam Jackpot.
Yeah.
He comes in, unfortunately, at last place, even though there are no losers here on the Four Post Massacre game show. He comes in at 7.5 points.
7 points.
We have Mr. Sean Walsh coming in at a rousing 10 points here.
And you got double digits.
And the winner of the show with 22 points is none other than Mr. Zahaya Morgan!
You can't be playing that. ABC's gonna sue us. And there was no wheel involved.
Yeah, well, shows what you know.
I apparently know little.
I've been turning this fucking wheel ever since the goddamn show started.
Fucking Eva Marie.
This was fun though. I really like this.
I didn't.
Well, you know what? I will next time.
I wanted to win.
Next time we do this, I will make it. I will make it a theme-based show.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I honestly thought you would get more of these songs. Like I thought
half of these songs.
I thought some of these were, if not the theme song title, then you would know the fucking name of the wrestlers or the shows.
I don't watch Bushi matches. Roderick Strong's ROH theme. How do you like Roderick Strong?
Alright, well, with that, that's going to be about do it for us here at the Four Post Massacre Podcast. Sean, of course, always a pleasure to have you on. But please tell these lovely people where they can find you on the interwebs.
I did right.
Well, you can find me on either YouTube or Twitter. People want the AWF, that's the AWF 105, which we are coming back with shows soon. If you want Call All Stars, which we just dropped Call Stars 13, that's also YouTube and Twitter. Call All Stars, easy enough. Be sure to follow.
Yeah.
Or subscribe.
Absolutely. Absolutely go check all of that shit out, because it's top notch, A plus quality.
And your personal, I don't know if you put that. Is that the same one you do your Rampage Dynamite stuff on?
Yeah, if you go to my DAWF105 Twitter, I mean, I just bullshit about the AEW and, you know, talk and stuff like that, so.
Talking shop. All right, so with that being all that being said, that's gonna do it here. Adam, is there really anything substantial you would like to add to close out this show?
Yes, there is. I will be going to Dynamite, and I'm gonna get to watch Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to scream, and I'm going to yell, I'm going to cry, and I might do some other shit that's not appropriate. But it's going to happen, and I'm going to get it all on camera, and we're going to put it right here. I'm going to see what I can. For the Jersey show, that one is still up in the air. Who knows? I might be there. I might not be. If I am, I'll take a few pictures. But I haven't told Zahaya this, but I intend on, in some capacity, trying to do a slight little vlog of my trip to Arthur Ashe Stadium, maybe get a few of my reaction shots, and maybe we could post this up as a special side video for the Four Post Massacre Podcast, since it is going to be a big show, and it will be either it's going to be my second or my first AEW show, which I get to do it before Zahaya does, and that's a good thing because fuck him.
Wow.
You know, they're not going to the West Coast anytime soon because you guys don't know how to figure out your COVID shit. So, yeah. True. So get ready to see me. This time I'm not going to tell Zahaya to look for me because it's not going to be possible. But I'll try and document as much as I can. Like I said, if I do go to Dynamite and the Jersey show, I'll at least be posting stuff on Twitter. Also, you know, support independent pro wrestling. It's the backbone of our industry. Without them, there is no future in wrestling because those are the stars that are going to be on your TV in the years to come. And so that's about it for me, Spliff Garrison, and me, Brian Wiedemann Jr., the Varsity Bongs, for this week here. The moment, the genesis of McGillicuddy.
All right. Well, and with that's gonna wrap things up. Mr. Zahaya Morgan, since you are the winner of tonight's special game show, is there anything you
absolutely
like
nope? I'm not. I know where this is going. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. Nope.
Mr. Zahaya, I just want to say, look to everybody out there, you're all winners, all right? And by the end of this, we are all a part of the Good Brothers stable and podcast. So. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your night, of your evening. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody!
I quit.